You're about to watch another exciting episode of the Dungeon Run, but did you know that you can actually be part of the adventure? Tune in live on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and you can make your voice heard and help determine the fate of our adventurers. Hope to see you there.
Greetings and welcome to the Dungeon Run, a live tabletop role-playing game where your interactions help tell the tale. And a special hello to everyone watching live for the first time. Hello. So glad you could join us. Click the star to follow the channel to get live notifications, seriously. And then I'll see you in the chat during the show. I am Lord. Get that? Lord Ereban, Keeper of Secrets, and your host for tonight's campaign. Together we stand witness as our intrepid adventurers face terrible danger and most certain doom in their quest for glory, valor, and most importantly, treasure. Yes. As you'll see, all of the players are still working from home and practicing their social distancing. As soon as the time is right, I'll let the players back into my dungeon. Until then, throughout our time together, that's right, I'm looking at you. You will be called upon to help guide decisions made within the game. In addition to our live chat interactions, those that are brave enough can purchase one of our unique props. If you love the show, you can show love. That's right. When you buy Show Love, Jeff will see it and may read your name out during the game, showing you some love. But now you have a choice. You can choose to support Team Force of Good or Team Force of Evil. Yes! We have two balloons. Gold balloons for the Team Force of Good and purple balloons for Team Force of Evil. The choice is up to you. We'll update you on whose team is showing the most love throughout the show and have a final result at the end. Last week, Team Force of Evil prevailed. So, we'll see what happens tonight. And yes, potatoes. So delicious. I've added the potato prop to the Team Force of Good and Team Force of Evil battle. A good potato is equivalent of buying 120 good balloons, and an evil yam is the equivalent of buying 120 evil balloons, but at a much better value. Who doesn't love a deal? I know I do. Yes, Milo, everyone, no one cares if you love a deal. They care if I love a deal. Goodness. And like I said, we'll update you on which team is showing the most love throughout the show and have a final result at the end. Also, you could bestow upon the adventuring party the gift of advantage, the ability to roll a pair of 20-sided dice at once, taking the highest value. On the other hand, you could set the trap of disadvantage. If a player has advantage, this disadvantage will counter it. And if the player does not have an advantage, they will roll a pair of 20-sided dice and take the lowest value. After all, life is pain. Now, when you give an advantage or disadvantage, please specify which player at the table it is for, or for the DM, or I will make a choice for you, and I assure you You will not like it. Now, last but not least, we have Milo's Ball. Oh. No. You know what? Since Team Force of Evil won last week, I have to be afraid of Milo. Wait a second, I thought we agreed. No. We should remove it. Yes, because it's not safe for anyone. So yes, just disregard the Milo's Ball. That's not really part of this show. Also, for all things Dungeon Run, head over to the dungeonrun.fandom.com. There you will find more info on our characters, Dungeon Run merch, and... Oh, Mommy. Mommy, please. It hurts. Yeah. Okay, look. All right, fine. Chef Scott, listen. Do me a favor. Fine, Milo's Bull hurts me this time, but it's not like it's that bad. Just ideally don't touch it, okay? Thank you for that, please. Forever. At the dungeonrun.fandom.com. Now I'm sweating. At the dungeonrun.fandom.com. There you will find more info on our characters, Dungeon Run merch, and the link to the Dungeon Run Discord, where you can join a truly wonderful community of runners. You can upload your fan art there as well. And to those who have already submitted, I see you and I thank you. Yes, Sean Patrick, we do sweat when we're in pain. Now, let's meet our braves. Milo, go get the Neosporin. Ooh, it's a burny sensation. Good gracious. Why does it have to hurt on the rear end? Shapery. Okay, look. Please don't. From now on, thank you. Where was I? I don't even... Oh my goodness. Yes, rest, that's right. We were going to introduce the characters. So, let's do that now. Please welcome Jared K. Jack as Civ Red Thistle.
Woo! You ready for some combat?
Yes, I want to see things suffer.
I think people want to. I think people want you to suffer, Lord. Eh?
Obviously. What's wrong with this? All right. Next up, we have the beautiful Jessica Lynn Parsons as Fahima Tiger.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. I'm loving the chat right now. It's going crazy.
Mickey Wolf screaming out, "Fire Queen!"
Hi, Mickey Wolf. Glad to see you back on the live.
Yes. Next up, we have Morgan. My brain is falling apart. Let me try that again. Morgan Peter Brown as James Quillas.
There it is. You actually pronounced my middle name correctly for the first time ever, so thank you.
Do I normally get it wrong?
Oh, no. I think it was Peter. It was actually...
I normally get it wrong. I'm going to get it right next time. Don't worry, I'll pronounce it right.
I appreciate it.
Goodness gracious.
Off the rails.
Next up, always. Next up, we have Ronald Ogden as Ergo.
What's up, Flaya?
Hello.
How you doing?
I love your shirt. What does that say on it?
It says your name, and it's got your picture
Lord
on it, too. Look at that.
Look at how handsome the image is. How are you?
I'm doing very well. I'm ready to smash some bats, so we'll see what's going on.
I can't wait. Thank you. Next up, we have the wonderful, talented, and beautiful Katie Michaels as Lily Dumblestar.
Hi, Lord Erebon.
Hello.
Non.
It's Araban, all right?
Oh, sorry,
I know
my bad.
Everyone likes to say it wrong. How are you? How is everything?
I'm good. I'm good. I made the mistake of peeking in chat There's a lot of rumors flying around, so other than that,
Oh
yeah.
boy, you and I both.
It's getting spicy.
Yes.
Oh, you okay? You okay?
Yes, a lozenge. Yes,
Oh.
I'm fine. And last but not least, a great friend of mine and my old roommate, our dungeon master, Mr. Jeff
Yeah, Aravan, buddy. Good to see you.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
Lots of energy tonight.
I can
How
tell.
are you, Jeffrey?
I'm gonna try to siphon some of your energy. I need it.
You always have it. It doesn't matter, Jeff. You bring it every week. I still don't even know how you do it, really, to be honest with you.
I don't either.
Now, as the journey continues, I, Lord Ereban, will be joining you in your social conversations around the game. So keep an eye out for my avatar and comments. Oh, and before we begin, I have a favor to ask of you. It would give me great pleasure if you would share the show. Just click below and let all of your admirers know that you are watching The Dungeon Run, the greatest show that's ever existed. Done. Now, keep the comments coming, be ever vigilant, and let the dice
Yeah, everybody. Hello. Hello, and welcome to episode 61 of the Dungeon Run. Holy moly. I gotta say something right at the top. Happy birthday to Gorbin Played.
Oh,
Yesterday.
Corbin played.
Also, happy 1 year faniversary to the one and only Fail Waffle. She said that it was a year ago that she caught up to the show and joined the Discord community. We have, ladies and gentlemen, the best community on the internet. So I urge you to join. Check out that Discord, become one of the official watchers. Check out the watch party on Tuesday nights, all of that fun stuff. I did say it was episode 61, but fear not, if this is your first episode, we're gonna catch you up on everything you need to know to jump right in. We're gonna do that right now. It started as a simple dungeon run. These 5 adventurers could never have imagined then that banding together would eventually lead them on a perilous journey back through time. But powerful magic has transported this team 22 years into the past and placed them into bodies that are not their own, living borrowed lives in a time before many of them were even born. Here, they are sellswords, mercenaries, working for a pirate of land and sea, a notorious buccaneer named Whitebeard, who seeks the treasure cache of the Shazengao Empire. They learned of this treasure when they captured a Triton named Choran, fleeing for his life across a desert island. Wanted by the Dragonborn dynasty for having a child in secret with a princess of the royal family, Choran offered the whereabouts of the mysterious cache of riches and magical items in exchange for his life. Whitebeard betrayed Choran, selling him out to the Shazengao, who sent their assassin monks to pay the bounty and collect their princess. When the deal went bad, Choran was slain, but the team found a way to communicate with him beyond the grave. He told them that the Shazengao themselves were scared of the treasure, that they employed the Tritons to secure it for them, and that it was hidden underneath the city of Kingdon, in a place the Triton called the Mantle. Choran told them to seek out the Triton king and queen there, Uchalas Voy and Uchalas Way. So Whitebeard sailed his ship to the realm of Latland, and together he and the team made their way inland to the great walled city of Kingdon. What they found was a ruin. Building after building destroyed from above, rubble overrun by scavengers and insects, subsisting on the remains of a once vibrant city. In the center of town, a large buzzing hive built from debris and mud and mucus, shaped over the top of a simple brick well. The team battled the creatures that hovered and crawled around it. Fahima encircled the hive with a massive wall of fire, and the team blasted and battered the bugs with all manner of attacks while fending off the sharp-quilled scavengers who ran at them from the alleyways. When the hive eventually exploded, an enormous queen emerged, flittering and ready to strike. But no sooner did her stinger extend than Uggo leapt upon her back, driving her into the ground and providing opportunity for Civ to skewer her with his rapier and short sword. In the aftermath of that fight, the team discovered that the well was no ordinary water reserve. Instead of a bucket and pulley, it had a rope ladder which led deep into the ground. Descending into the darkness, they found that it opened into an enormous cavern with waterfalls cascading hundreds of feet below. Sound echoed across the rock platforms all around them as they each climbed down the ladder into the unknown. Lily rode Whitebeard's back, gripping his whiskers and helping him navigate in the darkness. James cast Fly on Civ and Uggo, who picked up Fahima and Lily and stepped off the ledge and out into open air. But as they flew toward the bottom of the chasm, large winged bats assaulted them, screeching and biting with deadly intent. Uggo managed to rocket himself and his companions 120 feet closer to the bottom, but Civ succumbed to a poisonous bite, which caused him to go rigid and plummet to a rock platform much higher up. Hearing the trouble, Meep illuminated the area, allowing James to target the bats with his eldritch blasts, while Uggo deposited Fahima and Lily to soar back up and help fend off the fanged creatures. As Fahima and Lily waited below, they began to notice their surroundings. To Fahima's left, large bulbous eggs, clustered in the corner of a rocky crevice, began to crack. Hanging above Lily, gripping the underside of the stone outcropping, a strange, multi-legged monster skittered closer. Then it reared back on sharp, spindly legs and pounced. And that is where we left off last week.
No big deal.
So we are in it, folks. We are in it.
You're like really in it.
Yes.
Really, really in it.
So are we ready to jump right in? Because the first order of business would be fire up that map room and head over and check out where we are. So let's do that right now.
Map room,
Fire it up. Map room.
There it is.
Bum, 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 ba-da-da-da-da-da.
There is a dramatic shot from the ground,
Wow.
ascending this incredible crevice, ascending this incredible chasm. We have a split party, ladies and gentlemen. We have
Weird. We never do
Always
that.
the first
Never
step
do
to
that.
greatness.
looks like Whitebeard, James, and Civ up there at the top. Lily and Fahima farther down, and Uggo still hovering at about the level of these vicious bats, battling them.
They're strong too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
no,
we're
right.
They are.
we're jumping right in, and where we left off last week was in the middle of initiative order. Uggo had just completed his turn, which brings us to the bad guys. And the first thing that's going to happen, if we can zoom in on Fahima and Lily, is that these new entrants into the fight will debut. So the first thing that happens is that creature that's hanging from the ceiling.
It's pulsing.
Yes, it is. Is going to pounce on Lily. So it flies from the top onto her square, dropping down and pouncing. And so the target must succeed on a strength saving throw. So Lily, if you could roll me a strength saving throw, please. You do have advantage from Changebox that was countered by Grim Fated.
Ah, I really needed it. I mean, I'm great at strength.
You're super strong.
I'm so strong. It's not going to be a problem at all.
Beach gnomes known for their strength. I mean,
Yeah.
we know this.
13.
13 does not save, so this thing comes flying at you. It's hanging upside down, and it leaps off and in the air turns and falls and pounces upon Lily. Lily, you are knocked prone, and the creature is allowed to now make a bite attack as a bonus action, which it will do. I have...
Can I try to kiss it when it does that? I misread what it's doing.
Oh.
Who are you, Fahima?
I have. Oh, I should say, by the way, I usually do this at the beginning, but I was so excited about starting the fight. There's been some folks giving us love already. It's very fun.
He
Some
can't
love.
wait to kill us.
We already got some love from Tiger Lily, Astorian61. I hadn't seen that name before. Dasmir, Honor Sphinx, Clout King, J. Lofette, Vegan Dracolich. Jay Lafette on the watch party this week was great to see. Anthropomorphic Muppet, Shayberry, and others. Thank you for those balloons. We appreciate it. The force battle is on already. And I have advantage from Kronstar that is countered by Shayberry from Angel Devilson. So here we go on our bite attack.
Jeff, how big is the creature? Is it large? Considered large?
It is a medium creature.
Okay, thank you.
And that is an 11. That is a miss, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's miss it.
All right, so it pounces on you, it knocks you prone, and then it comes in for a bite, but you move out of the way, probably attempting to smooch it. I can only imagine that's how you definitely...
I panic, and I'm trying to think, like, what would throw it off. So
Well, evidently it worked, because this creature...
I try and, like, kill it with kindness.
Yeah, no, always a good tactic for Lily. And then out of these...
Is it?
These eggs...
No, it's not. Do not listen. Do not listen to Jeff. Do not listen to him.
Out of these eggs, another creature emerges. The egg cracks and breaks open, and we see another creature, a smaller creature, emerge out of one of the eggs, and it rushes at... There it is. It rushes at
No.
Fahima.
Oh no.
Come here.
It's a baby of the same thing.
No,
Yes, it
Fahima,
is.
they're not cuddly. I tried.
It will...
You just imitate what I did with the other one.
It's going to attack with
I work
its
for her.
talons. I have advantage from Fail Waffle that was countered by Fall Star. Oh, and that is the same exact roll, an 11 again.
Doesn't hit.
My goodness.
Thank you, Mage Armor.
All right, so both of these creatures attempted to attack. It runs up right next to her, by the way, map room, so it is right in the adjacent square to Fahima.
Now, is it small? Size
This
small?
is a small creature, yes. And the other one is a medium creature.
The one that attacked me, is its stomach pulsating?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Is it
So it looks
pregnant?
exactly like the kind of crustacean-y type creatures that are on the map room.
Yes, it looks
Yes.
like what you're
Okay.
seeing. Yes,
Okay.
it does. Indeed.
Great.
Okay, now it is the bat's turn, so we can move out.
great.
You guys are engaged with those monsters, but they have not managed to hit you, which is pretty depressing.
Nice.
So,
So sad.
both of these bats are going to attack Ugo. And the first one, they
no.
both have multi-attack.
Oh,
The first, I have advantage from Fail Waffle, countered by Falstar, and then advantage from Caldera, countered by Falstar.
I think technically they're flanking me. So
That's a good
I know
point.
It's not a real thing. It's a
Well,
house
no,
rule,
because
but-
remember you didn't get opportunity attacks from both of them. So I don't think they're technically flanking you,
Okay.
right? Because you would have gotten opportunity attacks from both last episode.
The first one might not, but the second one might if one flies in and then the other
Right,
flies in.
right.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah, you will get a flank on the second attack. Okay. So the first is that worked. 15 to hit.
That hits me on the nose.
And then second is a 19 to hit. So they both
That also
hit.
hits me on the nose.
And we have 5 points of piercing damage,
Okay.
6 points of piercing damage,
Right.
and then 12 points of poison damage, and you roll a con save.
Jeez.
Yep.
What kind of rolls
You
I got
have
there?
advantage from Dimo Bodum.
Thank you, Demo Boda. Advantage on my best stat. And far as saves. Well, second best strength is 21.
That saves. So you manage to shrug off the effects of the poison, but you take the damage. That's just one of the creatures so far. Now the next creature will be in flank. Will have the benefit of flank, but both of the attacks I have disadvantage. One from Fat Loot and one from EC Miller 30. So it's just going to be a straight roll.
Thank you.
On both of those. Oh, that was a big hit. That's 22.
Yep.
Oh, and that's 25. Okay, so
That
Look,
was
I'd
with
rather you hit
disadvantage?
me than
Okay.
the ladies. So
Those are both with disadvantage, Jeff?
He's at a. He's at
No,
a
no,
Oh,
no.
it was regular roll.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're right. Yes. I apologize.
So we have 9 points of piercing damage and
Okay.
8 points of piercing damage.
okay.
And then you got to roll
Bloody.
another con save, please.
Dude.
No, 10 points of, no, excuse me, 11 points of poison damage, and
Okay.
roll that con save again. You have advantage from Shayberry this time.
Thank you, Shayberry. 18.
That saves as well. So these, as you're flying back up to your friends, and you hear the rush of waterfalls around you echoing in this cavern off the stone walls. You're flying back up, and these bats assault you, flying all around you. They bite multiple times at your neck, and you feel the poison break the skin. You feel their fangs break the skin, and you feel the poison enter your bloodstream. But you fight off the effects, shaking your head. Still, they are, swarming around you. We are up to James, and then
Can I
it'll be
ask-
Fahima, Civ, Lily.
Can I ask a question, Jeff? The
Yes.
bats, when they close in on Uggo, do they stay on Uggo? They stay attached. In other words, come in and stay, or do they come in, attack?
No,
and then-
they're gonna bite him and sort of move away. They're flying in, biting, and then they fly away to a sort of a safer distance, about 10 feet away from him.
I'm going to ask Meep to move further down in the cavern because she gives a good 60 feet of light in either direction, either dim or other. So I'm gonna call out, Meep, I need a little more light. Keep going. And how far down is Uggo? He's about 30 feet.
I think he's
60 feet?
more than that. He's more 60, yeah? Because
Yeah, I think
he went down 120 and came up 60. Is that right? Last week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
Sounds
far as I
about
remember,
right.
yeah. That's
Yeah. So he's 60 feet
And-
down still.
Here's a weird question. How far out is he?
From you, it looks about 20 to 30.
Okay, yeah.
I'm guessing.
Okay, got it. I'm worried about him, and I don't know what's happening down there with Fahima and Lily yet, so I'm going to fire 2 more Eldritch Blasts at the bat on the right, the one
Yeah.
who we
That's
took
the-
a bunch of damage previously.
Correct. That's the only one that's
Yes.
been attacked so
Yes.
far.
Right.
Right. So you have advantage from Vane Dead on the first, and advantage from Z-Man 9018 on the second.
The first one's a 25 to hit.
That hits.
The second one's a 21 to hit.
That also hits.
Come on. 16 points of force damage total to that one.
All right. So you rear back and conjure your Eldritch Blast, swirling purple energies blast out of your hands and come shooting down into this bat-like creature, and it has a dagger in its neck from where Civ stabbed it. It is very badly injured, and as the Eldritch Force energy pummels it, you see its wings flutter and spin around it, and it falls limp in the air, landing on the ground dead. You have
Nice,
killed
nice.
this first
Yay.
bat.
I look
done.
back at Civ. Civ, what can you do? And, yeah.
End of your turn?
Yes.
Okay, Fahima, Civ, Lily is the next order. Fahima, you're up.
Okay. Well, I can't bear to hurt this baby monster, even though it has attacked me. So I will cast Meep's Birdcage, and I will try to what's the condition? Restrain it.
Okay.
So I will center that on the one in front of me.
Okay,
And,
the smaller of the two, yeah.
Spell, yes.
Doesn't it affect like a 10-foot square or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, as many as I can get actually would be great. How many eggs are there? Actually, I should ask that question.
There are quite a number of eggs. It's like a pack of eggs that are all stuffed into this corner of the stone.
So more than 4, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's how many Veep's birdcage can pick up. Yeah, so it is it's just a 5-foot radius. So I guess it
Are
would be
they
5 feet on
adjacent to
each
each
side.
other? Are the mama and the baby adjacent to each other? Maybe you can put it between them.
It looks like it according to the map room. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think you can. I think if it's a 5-foot radius, then I don't think you can pick up both of them in one go. I think you'd have to
Well,
move it over.
and the other one's on top of Lily too, so you'd probably
That's
take
correct.
Lily
I
with
pick up
it.
Lily, too.
That's a great point. So what does it need to roll, Fima?
Strength saving throw, please.
All right. I have disadvantage from Melodies of Old, which is good because I just rolled a natural 20 on the first one. That is a 13.
Doesn't save. Yes.
All right.
Okay, so you are. It is restrained, and I think on.
There it is. Look at that. Kaboom.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
What?
That's incredible.
What?
So
Is it fiery?
God.
Like that?
Fahima conjures this
No.
thing that looks like it's built out of phoenix feathers burning, although the fire is merely an illusion. But the cage itself, constructed out of what looks to be phoenix feathers, erupts, grows, and builds out of the ground itself and
Wow.
traps this hatchling inside it.
And I think that's it because I can move it, but on an action. So I think I have to wait until my next turn to do that.
All right, so we're
yeah.
up to Civ, then Lily.
Map room, do you mind going back up so I can see what I'm dealing with? Jeff, game mechanics question. Can I hold on to a person and still throw a dagger?
Hold on to a person in what
Yes.
way?
Can I wrap an arm around a person, hold them, and yet still throw a dagger with my main arm?
I don't see why not,
Okay.
but I don't. What are you hoping to achieve here?
I would like to grab James,
Oh,
fly down while holding onto him, and yet still throw a dagger at the other bat that is attacking Uggo. And I have an alternate option if you're not crazy about
I
that.
think what it would entail is an action to pick up James,
Oh,
right? So
Okay.
it's basically you're doing the grapple action with a willing target,
I see.
right?
You could do damage to James.
Yeah.
I mean, if you need to do damage, I mean.
Yeah.
and then bonus action, throw the dagger. Is that doable?
If you have a bonus action, then you're absolutely welcome to use that. If you can throw a dagger as a bonus action.
I
don't think you can.
But I can, but I have to attack with my first attack with the dagger too to be able to do
Right.
that. Yeah. Okay. Then I'm going to take the rope that I have, hand it or drop it at Whitebeard's feet so it doesn't cost an action or a bonus action, and say, "Start climbing." And then I'm going to jump fly off of the ledge.
Yeah.
And pull out another dagger and just come right at that bat. And I'd like to have Mr. Whispers go over there and give me the help action since the bat is no longer attached to Uggo, so that
Okay.
I get advantage on the dagger attack.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Nice.
Sorry, James.
It's all right. We'll take the long way down.
That would be a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 24 points of damage.
24 points of damage, and
Wow.
this is you throwing a dagger or flying up and stabbing, right?
No, throwing.
Throwing.
That's why I needed Mr. Whispers.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you step off the ledge and hover in the air and throw a dagger with deadly accuracy, tagging that bat right in a wing, and you see it tear part of the wing and blood oozing out of it as the creature screeches and flutters in the air. Complete
You've
your
got to
turn.
be about like 20 feet from
Yes.
it, right? Map room, something like that. That's the range of the dagger. That's
Yeah.
There you go.
that's probably there.
I'm definitely at the maximum of that 20 feet.
All right.
And then I'm going to look over at Uggo and say, "Where are the ladies?" And that's my turn.
Where the ladies at?
With the
Lily,
ladies
it's
at.
your turn, and then we
Okay.
have Whitebeard and Uggo.
Okay, so I am the what are we calling this thing?
We're all the bingo ladies.
All the bingo ladies.
All the bingo ladies. All the bingo ladies.
No.
Speaking,
Oh no.
speaking of copyright claims.
We changed the
You said
words.
bingo.
Okay, so this bat crab is on top of me.
Mm-hmm. It looks like he's dancing on you, in fact.
I know. So he's like, he's tap dancing on my body. Is that what's happening?
Doesn't feel
Okay,
good.
so I am going to attempt to do phantasmal force on him or her.
Okay.
So it's a wisdom save for you.
All right. I do have disadvantage from Kamikaze. And I'm sorry, you said wisdom?
Yes.
Or intelligence?
I think phantasmal is wisdom.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. You're right. Intelligence.
Got it.
It's like my one that isn't wisdom.
That
I know,
is
there's
a-
not many.
That is a 10.
That does not save. Yes.
All
Okay.
right.
Great. Okay. So here's what happens. The cage comes and is on like fake fire, right? Like it has an illusion of fire.
It's burning phoenix feathers. Yeah.
Okay. So when that happens, this crab monster is gonna see my hand kind of light on fire, and I'm gonna like touch its little throbbing belly, and that is going to become warm from the inside, so it feels like there's a fire literally burning inside of its stomach.
Oh god.
Like it's warming its belly interiorly.
It thinks that you're reaching up from the ground and
Yeah.
magically warming its
So I'm
tummy.
trying to make it appear that I'm scarier too. So
I love it. So
Yeah.
you are you're giving it deadly belly rubs.
Yeah, deadly belly rub.
Got it.
It's a belly rub that no one wants.
The belly rub of pain.
Forbidden belly rubs.
All right. So what's the you rolling the damage for that?
Yes. I will do that. I don't think it's much damage, but it's
No, it's
Hopefully.
psychological though.
Do we have a name for these monsters, Jeff?
Not yet.
You haven't asked them.
So it's
Call
for
Excuse me,
psych
lady.
damage, but it should kind of distract it a little bit if it thinks its
For
belly's on.
psych damage. All right. It you see it kind of wiggle upon you as you laying prone. You reach up and put your hand on its little tummy, and you
Its throbbing tummy. Also, what does that feel like?
yeah, it's a little softer than you thought it would be, but it's definitely damp. It's
Oh,
moist.
no.
It's got mucus dripping off of it, and this thing on top of you with these spindly legs and its its face moving and opening and closing on top of you, and you enter its mind and create this illusion of pain, and you see it wiggle and squirm. It hasn't hurt it a ton, but it is certainly not happy.
And I
all
want
right.
it to feel like the fire's growing, so it like starts little and then it like that's the phantasm. And also on that turn, if I can, because I don't know if it's actually like, is it grappling me or can I stand up?
You can stand up. Yeah, you would take half your movement to go.
So I'm gonna stand up and kind of back up closer to Fahima, to be kind of like right next to her.
I think you already are right next to her,
Okay,
but
okay.
if you moved out of its range, it would do an opportunity attack again against you, which I'm assuming you do not want to do.
I don't want to do that. So I just want to be standing and looking intimidating.
All right.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right. So you rub its belly and stand up and glower at it, and we are back up to the top of the cavern with Whitebeard's turn. Whitebeard has seen now. Civ, explain to me. You threw him a rope that is attached to something or not attached to anything?
Well, good question. In the last episode, I said I was going to take the rope down, stake it, and then continue it down. But then when I said that, I realized people were still climbing down.
Right.
So I would assume, based off of the amount of conversation that we had, I still would have had time once everybody got down to that top ledge to claim my rope, stake it down, and drop it. If you say no to that, then I'm literally just throwing hammer with a spike and a coil of rope at Whitebeard's feet, and he can figure it out.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that when you got to the ledge, you sort of turned into Civ the Spelunker and started driving a stake into the ground. So Whitebeard is going to survey the scene and grab the rope and start shimmying down and using his full movement to get to the next ledge below where you are, grumbling the whole time. He looks back, he can see the cavern illuminated from the glow of Meep's Phoenix Fire illumination. There he goes, and he's not happy to have to go down and walk to the next level. So he makes his way down there and kind of surveys the scene, ready to...
He's turning into an angry Santa Claus.
You're all getting coal in your stomach. He'll ready an attack action should any bat get in his way. Ugo, you're up.
Okay. I am going to fly 60 feet down. I know that gives me an attack opportunity against me.
Yep.
I will. Feel free.
Feel free. Thanks for permission.
Yeah. By the way, I'm going to use my bonus action to fly 60 feet down because I'm flying towards the thing that attacked Lily.
All right. That is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
All right. That will be a bite, and that will be 7 points of piercing damage, and for...
You might think about mobility there, Ron. For
Yep.
Ugo.
16 points of poison damage, and you need to roll your con save. That would be advantage from Fallstar.
Thank you, Fallstar. 23.
All right, that saves.
And as he flies down, he says, "They're down here!" And the ladies are down here. And he flies. So 60 feet bonus action to fly. I'm aggressive, so
Okay.
I'm using my aggressive bonus action to fly to the thing, and I'm going to attempt to grapple it.
All right. The one obviously that's not in the cage, right?
Yes, the one that attacked Lily.
Okay. You have advantage from Angel Devilson on your strength check, and I don't.
25.
Well, that's gonna beat me. I'm sure of it. Hang on. Mine is 14. So you grapple this thing that just pounced on Lily.
And now I'm going to fly 60 feet up.
Okay. All right. Holding on to it, I'm assuming.
Yes. And when I reach
Wait a
the
minute.
pinnacle of my 60 feet, I'm going to throw it downward.
All right.
Yeah.
You haven't
I'm
used your
attempting
action
not to hit any of the ladies, obviously.
yet. So you haven't
In
used your
fact,
action yet,
I'm
right?
going to throw. No, I have not.
Yeah.
Well, I used grapple.
Oh, right.
Bonus action 60 got you there. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. Okay.
Bonus action 60 got you there. You picked it up, moved 60
Move to
up.
60 up. So technically, I have a second attack because grapple is an attack action
To drop it.
to
Yeah,
drop
yeah,
it or to throw it or to whatever.
I'll buy that. Yeah.
Cool. And then I'm going to actually aim for the eggs.
Well, they're kind of tucked in. I mean, you could try.
Okay, that's
but-
fine. I mean, if it's not within range of me to actually hit them, if
Yeah.
I just can see the eggs, I'm going to throw it in its own eggs.
Okay.
I was gonna
But if I
wait till
can't
my
see them, then that's fine.
I was gonna
Okay.
wait till my turn, but Fahima definitely would have, as you flew down and picked up the mom, would have been like, "Don't hurt the babies."
All right. Do whatever you want to the mom, but
Not the babies! Anybody but the babies.
All right. So this
Well, if she
thing.
would have said that, then I won't necessarily target the eggs.
No, I mean you do whatever you want. But Fahima was. I was gonna shout that on my turn.
But so
So
if she
here's
shouts that and reminds him, then I won't aim for the eggs.
So you're not aiming for the eggs.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. So you can roll me 6d10 of fall damage as this thing goes hurling to the ground.
Can I
Actually,
aim it
6d6.
beyond the ledge that they're on so that it goes further down the cavern?
Well, no, you.
It's hard for me to tell how wide it is, so I don't know how wide.
Yeah, I think it's gonna land on the spot you picked it up, right? You
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
you go down.
That's
and
fine.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So 66 is what I meant to say.
Nice.
Ooh. 14, 17. And
This is the
24.
24 points of damage. All right. So that is the mama, right? Yeah.
Mama.
24 points
Mama
of damage.
confirmed.
Nice.
And that thing is now affected by my ancestral protectors.
All right, so you fly down and pluck this thing off the ground. It's squirming and fighting against you. Its four legs flailing in the air, its stomach sack expanding and contracting as you fly up into the sky 60 feet. And then you look down and you make eye contact with it. And you let go, and the thing falls out of your hands. You see it twisting and turning in the air. It helpless legs flailing about, and it lands slamming on the ground right in front of you, Lily, with a crunch as you hear it take a ton of damage. That brings
So
us
it's prone?
Yeah, it's prone. That brings us to its turn, and two more
Belly
eggs.
is on fire.
Two more eggs hatch. So we have two more little guys on the scene.
Yes,
Mama is going to use half her movement to come out of prone and leap at Lily again. It doesn't actually get the pounce action because it's not moving far enough, but it'll still attack Lily with...
This is bad.
It gets disadvantage.
All right. That's good because I rolled a 19 and a 2.
Good.
I'm assuming the 2 will miss. Now the other, the one in the cage is just unable to move. What is it? What is its condition in the cage?
Restrained.
Okay.
Yeah. Which means it should mean that
Yeah.
no
actions or.
No, it
well,
gets
or-
actions.
It just at disadvantage.
Disadvantage on attack rolls. Yep.
Okay. Well, it's gonna attack Fahima then.
It cannot move.
Yeah, it doesn't need to. It's right there. That's a 14 to hit.
It's the mama that's hitting?
No, it's the one in the cage that's hitting.
Oh, sorry.
The mama got up, moved closer to Lily, and tried to attack her, but missed.
It hits.
Hits. Okay, so the little one is going to do a talon attack. Oh wait, sorry, I already rolled a hit.
No, baby, no. It's okay. Everything's going to be all right. It's all right.
7 points of slashing damage.
Ouch.
Baby wants to eat you.
Hey, it doesn't know what it's doing.
So do you need to roll a concentration check?
I sure do. I
Oh, no.
sure do. Here we go.
I think you only have to beat a 7 though, right?
That's a 10.
right?
Yeah,
Because
10
of
or
the
up. I
half.
rolled a
Yeah.
13.
All right. And you actually had advantage on that roll from Cosmic Lord 09. It sounds
Oh,
like you
thank
didn't need
you,
it.
Cosmic Lord.
Um,
Yeah, that's on me for not moving on that turn. Away from my restrained target.
all
Makes
right. So
sense. You love
the
babies.
next the other two babies are also, one's gonna run up and attack Lily, and the other is going to attack Fahima.
Oh,
the
gosh.
first one.
Get
Oh, I got some
away.
disadvantages all of a sudden. Disadvantage from Melodies of Old on the first, and disadvantage from Melodies of Old on the second.
Advantages.
Disadvantages. Oh man, I'm rolling terribly tonight. That is a 15 on the first, and a 10 on the second.
They were both at Lily.
Yeah, no, one is at Lily, one is at Fahima. First was at Lily, the
first-
second was at Fahima. So
15
to
doesn't
Lily,
hit you, Lily.
15 hits me.
Okay.
and then the miss on Fahima, right?
What was the second roll? Sorry?
10.
10. Yes, that is a miss.
I need to roll my concentration.
However, I do have a question. Where is
Yeah.
it attacking me? Because if it runs at this cage, then it'll.
I think it's smart enough not to run toward the big ball of fire. So it would run to the diagonal space and try to attack you that way.
Have you met a baby?
I hope my baby is smart enough not to run towards fire. But you're right; they're not always. So Lily, you only take 5 points of slashing damage.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
But you still need to roll your
I succeeded on my concentration and got an 11.
Okay.
So that is good.
Now we're up to the remaining living bat. And that bat is all the way up here. Yeah, it'll attack Civ.
I
Fair,
think I'm
fair.
technically right near them, so he would have, because I flew 60 feet right back up, so it would be somewhere near me as well. But it's totally.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
got
Civ
options.
just threw a
for
thing
sure.
at it.
Yeah, I have options within a certain range, so I want to make sure that you know.
Right.
that I'm within range.
All right, so the first one I have disadvantage from fail waffle. Wait a minute. I have advantage from fail waffle and disadvantage from fail waffle. So you fail waffle. She's nothing if not fair. And
It's-
the first
it's
one
success pancake.
is.
Are you
Success
sure that
pancake.
Are you sure that advantage wasn't for Whitebeard specifically?
Yeah,
It
really.
may have been. She may have been anticipating. The first one is 17 to hit, and the
That's just
second one
enough.
is 25 to hit.
That hits too.
Oh boy.
This could be it.
So 6 points of piercing damage on the first,
Yeah.
and 9 points. Excuse me. Yeah, 9 points of piercing damage on the second, and then.
So 6 and 9 total, so 15.
Nope.
Yeah, 15 total. Here comes the poison though.
9, 12, 15 points of poison damage, and I need you to roll a con save. You
So
have.
question for you, Jeff.
Yeah.
The way you're doing the damage, it sounds like the physical damage is all one and the poison damage is all one.
No, it
Can
has
I-
two. It has two attacks.
Right.
It only gets poison on one of the attacks.
Okay, so can I uncanny dodge the poison attack? Because I can do either one.
I think it combines. No, it's the piercing and the poison on the first attack, and then just the piercing on the second attack. Correct. So if it's 15 points of poison and 6 points of piercing on the first one, then that's 21 points of damage on the first attack. Because it was
Right.
15 and 15, so it was 6 and 9.
Okay.
So then it should be 10 total for that attack plus 9.
I'm gonna trust Morgan because my brain just broke. I said all the
So,
numbers out loud,
so
so I
it's
wouldn't have to
decreasing
remember
it.
them.
It's decreasing it from 30 points to 19 points of damage.
That's what I figured. Okay.
And reduce that by a further 9.
Okay.
Because of Huggo, yeah.
So
Spirit shield.
Okay, so 9. Okay,
So you
Got
should
it.
have taken 10 damage.
10 total.
10 total.
got it.
But you still took poison damage, right?
Yeah.
So you have to roll
Yes.
the con save.
Yeah.
You have advantage from Alex Nelson.
Thank you, Alex Nelson. 16.
That saves.
That would have been bad.
Yeah, I'm almost gone, you guys.
Yeah, I don't think Uggo's in very good shape either,
I
right?
am not. I am not in very good shape at all.
No. You must have been bleeding next to Lily and I when you down,
Yep.
right?
Yes.
So-
As soon as I came down, I was bleeding.
So
Very
Jeff,
much so.
We at
Yeah.
least know that
Comes-
you're hurt.
It comes in, attacks, and then tries to fly away. Can I
Yes.
stab it as an attack of opportunity as it tries to fly away?
Yeah, but isn't your uncanny dodge a reaction?
Oh, you're right. You're right. Good call.
Neither of us will get it.
Yeah.
My reaction as well.
Yeah, good call.
So yeah, so it moves about 10 feet away from Civ, kind of hovering there, maybe a parallel with Whitebeard, who gives it a glare as he's situating the rope and making his way down. James, you're up. Then Fahima, Civ, Lily.
Whitebeard has healing, right? He's a cleric. We decided.
Right. Whitebeard's a cleric.
Monk.
What circle is he?
Yeah, we decided-
That bat has only taken a little. No, that bat took a good dagger, but I mean these things are fairly hardy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
he's got a-
it's still looking rather robust.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, man. We're in it.
Yeah. James is slightly worried watching his friends deal with these awful things. Well, I can't even see Lily and Fahima yet.
You see me getting woozy too.
Yes, here goes nothing. And James is going to cast Major Image and create a 20-foot square dragon. Sorry, map room.
I don't think
We
they
can
have
just
that
use
prepped.
we can use the Chrono Dragon.
We can use whatever.
They're cursing your name right now. They're like, we literally have everything.
I should have warned you. I should have warned you. I create the image of an object, a creature, or some other visible phenomenon that is no larger than a 20-foot cube. So as big a dragon as I can get. Fire, basically I want it to look like whatever just raised the city. Maybe I'm taking a guess. So like a red dragon, fire coming out of its nostrils. It seems completely real, including sound, smells, and temperature appropriate to the thing depicted. It cannot do damage, but I'm going to try to scare the hell out of these things. Okay. So basically, I'm going to make it look like, with my action, like this dragon has just crawled down through the tunnel and is coming straight for them.
Coming straight for the bat, right? Coming straight for the bat is what you're saying? Yeah. Okay.
Shrieking Jurassic Park style sounds. Like James hasn't heard sounds like that before, but he's just. But I mean, we have seen dragons and we've fought dragons in the past. So mimicking it as best he can. It has to keep it's got a range of 120 feet. So I'm gonna kind of put it just straight out from me. I just want to intimidate the hell out of it. Okay. Because physical interaction with it will they'll be able to tell it's an illusion.
I want the map room to just use a tiny pawn.
That's right.
Just to mess with you. Just a tiny pawn.
That's perfect. That shadowy thing. I've created a large red dragon in the tunnel now.
So yeah, so the ladder leading up to the hole in the well, you see this illusion squeeze its way through enormous jaws, smoke swirling out of its nostrils. It comes barreling down and heading right for this bat.
Wait. Oh no.
Yep. Hey, Jeff.
Yeah. You already
Concentration's
did it.
gone.
You already did it.
Yeah.
So our flight ends.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, no. So both.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm cognizant. I'm coherent.
Oh no.
So can I go for the ledge that's near me instead of just falling straight down?
I have advantage on dexterity saves against specs that I can see while not blinded.
Oh no.
Or incapacitated.
Oh no.
So.
I don't. I mean, I don't think.
Oh no! I'm so stupid.
I don't think either of you. I don't think either of you are gonna have seen this coming, right? Because the moment you start to conjure, flight ceases.
Yep.
I'm just gonna bang my head against the wall for a few minutes. I'll be right
back. What I'm asking though,
Jeff, at the very least, can I aim for the thing that I threw downward?
I don't know if there's aiming in free fall, but
I'm gonna try.
I think you dropped it, right? So you're falling toward it. Yeah. It's okay, James. It's okay. Map room, can we get a
But the dragon looks really cool.
Can we get a top-down shot to see how far Civ is gonna fall? Because
that technically should be 60 feet as far as I'm up there as well with the same one that just attacked me.
Right.
So that should technically be
60 feet for Ugo, because that's if he's above where he threw the thing down.
Right.
Yeah.
And the bat that attacked him was close to me. Now whether that flew.
Okay. All right. That's like 20 feet for Civ.
Yeah.
Can I grab that ledge? Can I reach out and try to grab that ledge as I'm falling?
Oh my god.
I think you're falling. I think you're falling.
Acrobatics? That's what acrobatics is.
All right, I'll give you a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage. How about that?
Okay. I'll take it.
Come on.
I'm just gonna go ahead and roll 66. That's what I'm gonna go ahead and do.
No, what did you roll?
I got a nat 1.
Oh no. Okay, so you.
Oh my god.
You all of a sudden you have been attacked by this bat, and you hear this incredible growling, this horrendous sound of a dragon above you. And as you turn your head up, all of a sudden, that feeling of being lighter than air leaves you, and you start to fall. And you turn and you realize that there is a ledge below you right as you're falling, and you reach out, your gaze going from up to down, and you turn your head just as the ledge clocks you in the mouth, in the jaw. And you ricochet off the ledge you were trying to grab. So you'll take an additional d6 of damage. We'll do 3d6 of falling damage.
Okay.
I'll go, you'll take 6d6 of falling damage.
I took 21 damage.
Okay.
Jeez.
It's bludgeoning, so I can reduce it.
Yes.
It's the benefit
Yeah.
of being a barbarian while
Rage.
raging.
Well,
Falling
you're
is less
fine
is half as
then.
bad.
Oh
So,
my gosh, you guys.
Civ,
both
you're on
can't
that ledge
hide.
a little higher, and Ugo, you have fallen down to where the ladies are. You are prone.
Could I hit the thing that I dropped? Since it technically hasn't moved. It stood up where it was.
Roll me a percentage dice.
Okay.
And I'll say
Roll me a
your
luck check.
I say your odds of hitting it are 50-50. Let's just go with 50-50.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just
Jared,
roll a
I'm
D20
so
and
sorry.
Roll a d6. Roll a d6. 1 to 3. 1 to 3 you miss it. 4 to 6 you hit it.
Okay.
Hopefully
6.
the dragon works.
Hey, all right.
Yeah.
So we'll say this thing takes a d6 of well, actually, you would be like a improvised weapon.
Yeah, I half damage maybe. That the damage I took, the half of the damage that I took,
That
half
seems
of the
a
falling
little
damage.
Extreme.
Like 10
Yeah, I guess
damage.
it's fallen 60 feet on you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 10 damage.
That's
And let's
fair.
just say that I'm doing this. You know, I'm just putting the shoulder into it, like
Randy Macho Man Savage
yeah,
from the top.
exactly. Just 60 feet down. You know.
Bone saw's ready. All right.
Here come Ugo.
Oh God. Now tell me I intimidated the hell out of that bat.
Yeah, I think the bat's very scared. Also, Whitebeard is very scared because Whitebeard did not anticipate a dragon showing up right above him. So Fahima, it's your turn.
All right, so Ugo has just landed next to us, and you must look very bad at this point, right?
Fahima,
yeah,
you have conjured this cage. You had a couple of these hatchlings attack you. You saw Ugo pick one up and drop one, and you're dealing with Lily's being attacked. She's pressing her hands and creating all this chaos, and you guys are all fighting. And then all of a sudden, thunk! You see Ugo's body land on the top of this thing, and you hear a crunch as it lands, and Ugo like looks over at you.
That hurt.
Oh,
That hurt it and me.
no. No, I wonder if James was hurt. Okay. I'd like to move this Meep's birdcage in a straight line and scoop up all of the two babies and the mom that are.
Well, I'm gonna be on
next
the
to me.
same square as the mom, right?
That's right. He landed on top of it.
Yeah, so he'll be diagonal to them.
Yeah.
There he is. There it is.
Well,
There's a pile of bodies.
in
Bug
theory, is that
pile.
possible for me to scoop all of them up in a straight line?
It can hold it what, up to 10? You said, or 6? What is it?
No, I wish 4.
4. So it's got 1 already. You'll get the one adjacent, and then Ugo and the mom.
Yeah, I'm just wondering in theory if I can do this based on where they're on the map. Because they look
How
like
far
they
can it move?
could be 30 feet straight line.
Oh wait, Map Room, can we get just a slightly different view so I can see what square we're on exactly as far as where Ugo is and the monster? Because I think they're in a straight line, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in a straight line. So you
Okay.
can get the next hatchling, and then the mom and Ugo all in the cage together.
Okay.
Oh boy.
And
Wow.
let's do some the one that's in the cage. Actually, I forgot to tell you, can roll a strength saving throw to get out of the cage at the end of its turn. So we should do that before
Thank you.
we continue the turn.
I have a disadvantage from Melodies of Old, countered by the Carson.
So it's a strength save.
Yes.
That's what you said, right? Strength saving throw?
Yes.
Do I have advantage, Jeff?
What?
Do I have advantage?
You do, from the Raven Queen.
Wait. Sorry.
No,
sorry.
you haven't even gotten into it yet, so you don't get to roll it yet.
Not yet,
Oh,
not
okay.
yet.
Yeah. We're doing the one that should have happened on the last
Because if
turn.
it pops out, then I might need to strategize.
This is only a 7.
Oh, great. So it stays.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would like to try to do that. So Ugo, you can roll that, and I'm trying to see if I can capture them and push them, but I'm not sure. So they'll roll the same thing, a strength saving throw.
Okay,
24.
the other little one, I have advantage from Cosmic Lord 94 from Failwaffle, countered by Melodies of Old. And that will be a fail as well as a 4. And then, this one might work. That's a 16.
My spell save DC is 16.
That saves.
Yeah, so it saves.
Okay.
So that was the mama. So the one directly adjacent does not save, but then the one that Uggo is on top of does save. But Uggo, you have to roll your save now, right?
27 or 25. Excuse me, 25.
Okay. So
Yeah,
basically,
strength's my best one.
it scoops up one additional hatchling.
Okay.
Um,
So two out of the 3 saved.
I thought we had one in. We're getting the hatchling to the right, which did not save, and then the adult and Uggo would make 4 creatures in the cage, right?
1, 2, 3. Only no, because they saved, so they're not in the cage. So they get. I know this spell is so complicated.
But it only
I have
moves
to,
in a
like,
straight
reread every
line, right?
time.
It only moves in a
Yeah.
straight line. So the maximum potential people we could have gotten in this would be 4,
Yeah.
right? So you got one additional one.
Okay. So the
Because
baby
one saved and Uggo
next
saved.
to. So the baby next to Lily
Was
I
not in
can't
a
get
straight
that one.
line.
Not in a straight line. Got it. Okay. So now it's just hovering over the space that Uggo and the creature are on, because what happens is they get ejected to a space nearby of their choosing.
Wow.
All right. So the mom will be ejected, I think, back a space, and Uggo, you can decide where you would like to be ejected.
I will flank the baby that is attacking Lily.
So
Right.
catty corner.
So
Perfect.
yeah, so Uggo arrives in the that's perfect with the mom.
Wow.
Uggo arrives in the space diagonal from where he was, diagonal up and to the left from where he was, directly above Lily. And the cage with 2 creatures in it is in the space they used to be in.
Yes.
We're
and
making the lives of the map room very, very difficult.
I hope I read this right. I'm not sure if I could actually scoop up all of them or if it just does the first one. But I mean, regardless, that's the only one that I caught anyway. So I'll do a reread of the spell while you guys all go on my next turn. But I would like to move away from this birdcage, please. I'll move to the left as far as I can go.
All right.
Oh God, more eggs.
What? Oh no.
Yeah. So you're moving to the left as far as you can go, and that completes your turn.
Yes, it
Okay.
does. And Meep is still up with James.
That's my understanding.
Eliminated?
She's about halfway down the cavern. I think she's a little further down than me, but yes, then she's in a good spot for illuminating as much as possible.
Okay, yep, that's my turn.
All right, Civ, you are up, having just fallen to the ground, and then Lily, you'll be up.
I'm about ready to lose consciousness, so I would like to look around and see what my surroundings are.
All right, you definitely see some strange bulbous things. You don't have any context for what's happening below you, so I don't
have
think
any context of what's happening at all. I see about this far in front of my face, I'm guessing, and it's probably mostly blood.
there are some egg sacs that seem to be sort of pulsating.
I would like to get away from the egg sacs.
All right, so half your movement would be to stand up, but you don't.
Okay.
You're not wanting for movement.
Nope.
Where would you like to go?
Map room, do you mind zooming out a little bit so I can see what my options are?
He's up.
He laboriously gets to his feet, and then
Give us a zoom out map room, please.
Eat all the eggs.
Just
you know,
Is it like a video game where if I eat the eggs, I get health back?
Yeah, heal by eating them eggs.
Oh man, this is terrible.
You have a climb speed, don't you?
Huh?
You have a climb speed, right?
yeah, maybe that one above
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Or below you.
I probably would go to where the healers are, thinking that I'm going to lose consciousness soon. So I'm going to climb down to the ledge below. How far down is that? I can't quite tell.
I believe each of these is 10 feet. So
it's only 10 feet down? Okay.
yeah, so you'll. I mean, each one that's directly above. Obviously, there are ones that are higher, but the first thing you see when you start making that move to go over the side of the edge is a burning cage with 2 creatures in it. You see a very bloody Uggo, and you see Fahima, moving very swiftly away from these creatures, and Lily standing in an attack stance. Clearly something is happening below you as you peer over the side of this thing, ready to climb your way down.
Yeah, and it's probably just as dangerous down there as it is where I'm at right now. Good times. All right. Well, I'm gonna take a gamble that someone's going to heal me, so I'm going to climb down there.
Actually, this one looks like
Not me.
This one looks more like 15 feet actually, because it has that second.
Not me.
That second thing.
kidding.
And
That's
I know
fine.
you have a climb speed, but we'll still need to do this. Is particularly the walls are damp. It is not easy to find purchase in the walls, so we'll still need a athletics check.
Okay.
You have advantage from Scully is my homegirl.
Thanks, guys. 22.
That gets you down there pretty easily. You scamper down the side using your claws to dig into the wet rock on the side, moving down the side of the wall.
And I would like to use my action to hide.
All right.
And I would also like Mr. Whispers to come to me. So
Okay.
he's going to start flying down.
So you have advantage from Scully is my homegirl on your stealth check.
That would be a 25.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you tuck yourself into the side of the wall and try to be as motionless and in the crevice as possible, and you fairly confident that you are out of sight and unnoticed by the creatures that are standing there.
I
Would
would like
Fahima
to
have
be-
seen him?
Yeah, I would
Sorry
like
to
to be
cut you off,
noticed by Fahima since she's on the backside of me.
Okay. Fahima, you will note that Civ is climbing down. You're not exactly sure how he got there, but he is in front
Well, you
of
see
you.
that I have matted blood in all of my fur. And
You
I'm
look
literally,
close
as I'm
to death at
climbing
this
down,
point.
it looks like I'm drunk. Like that's how out of it I am. But I'm not drunk, and I don't smell like booze. I just am that out of it. That's my turn.
I want to take a second and thank some of the folks sending us love. Persephone, thank you. I love thank you. It gets me every time. Call me Tim. Okay, Tim.
Okay.
Doofus McDorkle, Fahima Toad, Ginley, Dragon
Love
Rose.
that.
Remember when you turned into the Fahima Toad? That was
Yeah, of course.
Yes. Yes.
Dragon Rose, Celtic Mutt, 2O Mask, and others. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, Team Force of Good is absolutely killing it. 5%.
Whoa.
Whoa!
The Team Force of Evil's 15%.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that brings us to Lily's turn.
Okay, so did I see Civ come down?
No, he was stealthed.
And he alerted
and-
Fahima and didn't alert me, right?
That's correct.
Oh, well.
Well, I mean, I was standing right next to him. I think that's why I was able to see
It's
him.
going great.
Right, I'm just saying Lily wouldn't have been like, I'm gonna go heal this random shadow behind me. I don't know he's there.
Right. You do see a very hurt Uggo, though.
And I do see very hurt Uggo and this creature attacking him. So Uggo is ahead of me.
Yeah, but there's
boat between
a
you.
hatchling between you and he.
Yes. So what I'm gonna do is how close is that hatchling to me?
It's right next to you.
Within striking
it's right
range.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, so also I still have concentration on that phantasmal force on the thing that Uggo is attacking, and I think because I did a fire effect, it should take a d6 of damage because that would cause damage, and that's how like the phantasm can cause damage if it.
It continues to
Continues.
burn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It continues to take it as long as you're still concentrating on it. I think
Yeah, so I think it'll take another d6 of
Okay.
damage on the start of the turn, or
You
I
can
can
roll
And
that.
just so you know, Katie, too, if you attack the ones in the cage, you get advantage.
Okay, cool.
They're restrained.
Cool. Well, it takes 1 point of damage.
All right.
So I really hoped with that. And then seeing Uggo very hurt and lots of things happening around me, I am going to actually now drop concentration on Phantasmal Force because it is taken care of with Uggo, seems, and I'm going to cast Healing Spirit.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to cast it at 2nd level for now. So, Healing Spirit, and I'm going to place it by Uggo.
You can be in range of that too, right? Doesn't have a range of.
It would heal the
You have
bug.
to, you have to walk over it though, don't you?
It has to be like in your area.
Space.
So I
In
think
the
I need
square.
it. I want it to be on Uggo's space.
Got it.
Yeah, I can move it on my turn as like a bonus action, but it needs to be.
Right. It's
Cool.
just a 5-foot square. Okay.
So I'm gonna put it on Uggo's, like kind of behind Uggo, if that makes sense, like on the cliff, so it wouldn't ideally affect the other things that he's fighting.
Okay.
Got it.
And then Uggo
He'll
will-
take that on his turn, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Great.
yeah. So.
Yay.
And at
Granny.
2nd level, it's just
Love it.
1d6 of healing, but it'll
Okay.
something.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
And then I'm still in striking range of this little dude, yeah?
Correct.
I don't really want to get hit by him. But I think I'm going to just pull out my crossbow and aim it at him.
You
All
don't
right.
have a crossbow.
What?
You don't have a crossbow.
Oh.
Civ has it.
So that's
I
my
dropped
crossbow.
it.
I'm going to pretend.
that's
I'm going to
right,
go to
you
pull out my
dropped it.
crossbow and realize that
You
I
have
don't
two of my
have it.
daggers. You have 2 of my daggers.
And so I'll reach for what I have, but what I'm going to actually grab first is my flute because I thought I was grabbing the crossbow, and I'm going to intimidatingly hold it at that.
Oh.
All right. So you
yeah.
brandish Civ's dagger, and try to intimidate it. You want to
She's
actually roll
brandishing the flute.
I'm
She's
brandishing the
brandishing
flute.
Excuse me,
because
I'm sorry.
because I went for the crossbow, forgot that it wasn't there, then just grabbed the first thing, which happened to be my flute. Not,
pardon me.
But I was just trying to keep eye contact with this thing, because in Lily's mind, keeping eye contact is very intimidating.
I love it.
So
If you want to roll an intimidation check, you can try.
I absolutely do.
You have advantage from change box countered by fail waffle.
Okay, 1 second. Intimidation. What do I got? 10.
It doesn't look particularly intimidated, but certainly
Confused?
you feel like you've done something, and
Yeah,
that's
I
the
feel pretty
important part. Yeah. All right, so we're back up to Whitebeard, who has seen everybody he came in here with systematically leave, but now he sees a giant floating red dragon directly in front of him.
That's correct.
He is not too happy about that.
He can make an intelligence check, investigation check to see if he can discern if it's real or not.
All right, he's a pretty smart fella. In fact, I have advantage from Grim Faded for Whitebeard from Fail Waffle.
Perfect.
I love it. That's not gonna. Oh, both of them. I rolled a 6 and a 4. So he's got. That's
He thinks
an 8.
it's real. Nope, he thinks it's
Oh,
very real.
no.
He thinks that thing is real. So
Yikes.
he is going to. What the heck would you do if you saw a dragon? He's going
Wet
to.
yourself.
Yeah, well, he's gonna try to get as far away from this thing as possible without turning his back on it to climb up the thing. So he's going to crawl, as far back against the wall as possible.
It's trying to
And-
intimidate the bat, so it's not facing him or anything. But yes.
Right, but I think if you
Yeah.
saw a giant dragon that you believe to be a real dragon,
Sure.
knowing that the city was destroyed by a dragon,
Yep.
crawl through the hole and show up next to you, I think you'd want to get away from it as much as possible. So he's going to just back as far as he can, pressing his back into the stone wall and trying to be as inconspicuous as possible. And that brings us to Uggo.
Uggo's gonna take half his movement to stand.
Okay.
I'm gonna 1d6, right, Katie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to roll it?
Katie.
Yeah, sure. 1 second.
So he's gonna take half his movement to stand. Say that's why I don't like falling. That's why I don't like heights. James said, "Dragon! It's a dragon!"
I go. You only heal 4 points, but I'm trying to maintain intimidation.
And Uggo will throw 2 crustacean hammers at the dragon.
I mean,
At the dragon! Oh
it's
no!
very high above you. It's
I
very
was saying it's
high above you.
100 feet above
never
you.
mind. If it's that
Yeah.
high, he's not going to so,
But it does seem to be crawling down in your direction, so I would imagine.
we need to
you'd
get out of here quickly. And then I'm gonna grapple. No, you know what? He's just gonna pull out his maul, and I'm sorry, Fahima, and swing the little one off the side of the.
Okay.
You
Off the
mini
side.
golfed it off of the
Mini
cliff.
golfing it right off the side of the cliff.
4!
Amazing.
You
All
gotta
right,
get it through the windmill.
It's like a push attack.
It does have a waterfall there, so you can probably try to get it right through the water.
It's like a complicated mini golf course.
It's pretty
Through
awesome.
the
when you go
dinosaur's
for it.
mouth.
You have advantage from Bow Busy, Uggo, on this attack.
Thank you, Bo Busy. 26.
That hits.
It's 9 plus 6, so 15 damage.
Okay. So you hit this thing, you come swinging down with like you're teeing off, and you smack this thing so hard it loses purchase on the ledge and goes flying out and hits the side of the cavern opposite, and then falls down out of sight.
Oh my god. That was
I'm
hysterical,
gonna
Macron.
take a 5-foot step and take my second attack against Mama.
Okay.
Now that one I can't 4 off the side of the edge because it's behind me, but at least I'll get it smack in the face.
All right. For that attack, you have advantage from Mana Hakume.
Nice.
Thank you, Mana Hakume. But does 13 hit?
No, it does not. All right, so you smack this thing off the ledge and then turn and follow through, swinging, just missing over the top of the larger creature. That completes your turn, Uggo?
That does complete my turn.
All right, it is the bad guy's turn. That thing just saw you knock one of its babies off the ledge, so it is going to attack you as much as it can, and that will be with advantage from Cosmic Lord 94.
Oof.
And 3. Oh my god, this is the opposite of last week. I rolled a 3 and a 1.
That's what happens.
Yeah. So
Both hit.
it whiffs
Thank you.
on both attacks, but the creatures in the cage can all try to get out, right? Or both try to get out, I should say, right? Right, Fahima, on their turn?
Strength save, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was just looking to see if it's at the end of their turn. Yeah.
Okay. That is an hatchling. An 8 on the first, a 3 on the second. My goodness. My dice are paying me back for last week's high rolls. So neither of them get out, and they would be at the end of their turns.
Yes.
I think we're technically in this space that's right in front of Uggo, right? I mean, I don't think the map room is accurate. The
yeah.
thing is so they can still attack Uggo.
Yeah, he would be right next to the cage if he didn't move.
All
They
right,
wouldn't
so
get
both
to
of them,
attack with disadvantage, yeah.
right? So both of them are going to try to attack Uggo. Disadvantage that's a 12 on the first,
Nope,
and that is a 16 on the second.
that hits.
Okay, finally. And it's going to
Finally,
do
half of us are like very close to death.
9 points of slashing damage.
A lot
Okay,
of that is
reduced.
self-inflicted, though.
So
True.
between the cage, the phoenix feather cage bars, these things, they're long, pointy appendages piercing through and stabbing at you, Uggo. causing some damage indeed. And we still have a bat available up there, right? It has seen an enormous dragon.
Correct.
So it's gonna get out of dodge. How far away is Meep?
Meep is probably
Pull
about
back.
30 feet, another 30 or 50 feet down.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you can
we
get
had
to
said she's
Meep.
about halfway.
I think you can get to
No.
Meep. So it's gonna fly at Meep and give it a bitey bite.
Jeff,
I'm sorry.
Jeff, why you do that?
That is
She has
a
8 hit points.
Oh no.
that's a dirty
Eight.
20. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh
I
no.
don't think she's gonna. I'm sorry about this.
Yeah.
Oh.
The poison. alone will
That's
do it.
7 points of piercing damage
Plus
and
poison.
a lot of poison.
Is she immune to poison?
No.
Is she immune to anything?
It's immune only to fire.
Got it.
That is 14 points of pure poison damage.
Oh no, she's
Okay.
double dead.
No, she's not. She's not. Don't
She
say
turns
that.
into an egg, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
she turns. I have her character sheet right here.
So the good thing
Turns
about a phoenix
into
egg is that if
egg.
it turns into an egg in flight, it does not take any fall damage.
Yeah.
Correct.
So you see
Thank God.
this egg falling from the sky. I don't even know if anybody can see it at this point.
No.
Maproom, I'm not sure where the egg would land. Whoa! It goes all the way down
Oh my god.
Oh, me.
and lands on the bottom there. We can leave the meat flapping meep as a signifier of where the egg lands.
Where did it land?
It lands below you.
There
So
looks
you
Just
like-
see
one, just
a
one
fi-
platform below.
Yeah. So Fahima, you can see the egg falling past your view.
Oh no.
No.
Ugh, this is bad.
That completes bad guy's turn. James, you're up. Then Fahima, Civ, Lily.
I am controlling this dragon illusion. I would like to bring it closer to down towards this bat. I'm trying to. God, that's my action to do that. Yes. Okay. No, that's what I'm going to do. I realize I've heard Uggo screaming.
You hear
up at
Uggo
the
screaming.
dragon.
You probably heard Whitebeard going, "Dragon, dragon!"
And I
Below
realize,
you.
oh no, Civ and Uggo, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. And I would like to try to intimidate as many things as possible with this thing, so I'm going to use my action to keep moving it down the tunnel.
All right. How far can you go on a turn?
Hang on 1 second. I can use to move any spot within range, so I can move it to its full range of 120 feet away from me.
All right. That gets it down to where they are because that's how.
Yes,
far Uggo
basically,
went.
I'm like, so, and I'm calling out, the dragon is me! I'm the dragon! Don't worry about it! And
Dragon is. I mean, you could do that with your mind, couldn't you?
there's only a range of 30 feet
30.
on Awakened Mind, so no.
yeah.
So you hear me
dragon is
calling
me!
You hear
out.
like a weird echo. The dragon is me.
Yeah, I mean, it's waterfalls, it's echoing. You're hearing like.
I would, yes, I would like to, drive that bat just away. I mean, I don't know, like basically almost like it's swooping and missing at this thing and trying to, as it's on its way down, to try and frighten it the hell out of here.
Yeah, the bat is very scared. I mean, it took a bite at the at Meep on its way out, but it is trying to get out of dodge.
Okay, good. And then in my movement, honestly, I'm in a full panic. So I mean, there's the rope. Whitebeard used the rope, so I'm climbing down one.
Okay.
Because I realize that I may have just seriously hurt my friends, and I'm very worried about that.
All right. So roll me a athletics check. You have advantage from Angel Devilson, countered by Grim Fated.
He gets advantage
Okay.
for the rope. The rope gives him advantage.
Okay.
That's what having rope does
Unclimbed.
on climb.
Got it.
All right. So you have advantage.
A 10.
Oh, that gets you down.
Okay, good.
You'll arrive on the same platform as Whitebeard, who you see pressed against the back wall, sweating, his beard pasted against his body. He looks at you and he goes, "There's a dragon."
Yeah, it's me. So just pull yourself together, would you? Come on.
It's me.
It's magic.
What do you mean
and
it's you?
I literally point to the glowing orb in my hand, like it's a magic dragon. Don't worry about it. Don't tell them that.
He leans forward away from the wall and he looks at you and he goes, "I'm gonna kill you."
Fine.
So matter of fact. Here's the deal. I'm gonna kill you.
I'm gonna kill you.
Fahima, you are up.
My heart is beating so fast right now. This is what happens when I let Meep out of my cloak. Let me
You now see
here.
a massive dragon hanging over to your
Yeah,
right.
there's a giant, very real-looking dragon. You can roll that intelligence check though if you want to try to.
Yes.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna
you
say, since intelligence is my top stat, I feel like Fahima would recognize a spell.
It's an
Well, here's
investigation.
the
It's not
thing.
just it is investigation. Yeah. So-
Okay, roll an investigation check. Here's the thing that I think is, you know, I don't want to be unfair about this, but James specifically created a creature that is very plausible for this situation, right?
Oh,
You
yeah.
know that there's a dragon that attacked this city, and it seems very plausible to you, I think, to anybody in this situation, that if there's a dragon that looks and sounds real, and you can't specifically hear your friend who is 120 feet above you screaming into a cavern with waterfalls tell you that everything is okay, I think it would take real investigation to discern whether or not this thing is
Do we
real or
have to
not.
investigate to get the saving throw? Is that how we have to
Yes,
actually
unfortunately,
investigate
I'm
it?
just reading that. You have to use your action to examine it to determine whether it's an illusion.
Cool.
Yep. But I did call it out. You can make a could they make a perception check to see if they called out that the dragon is me if they heard that?
You know what? I will allow that, but it's going to be a very high DC. So we'll
sure.
see. It's going to be a tough. It's going to be
Rushing
a tough
water.
thing to do.
It's not
So
gonna use my
Fahima-
action, right? I don't want to use my
No,
action.
no. Well,
Okay.
I'll allow you a free perception check. You have advantage from Melchior on this as well.
Thank you, Melchior. Oh, natural 20.
Well, there you go.
Nice.
So you do,
Wow.
Fahima, you do kind of rely upon your senses to make out, even though you can't make out the exact words of James, you put two and two together, you discern that this is likely his doing, especially, calculating all the things that have happened, people losing their ability to fly. It just makes sense. And you barely hear him screaming out, and the screaming doesn't seem like a warning of a dragon. It seems more like a reassurance about a dragon. So you're able to put it together that this is likely James's creation.
If
Jeff,
Fahima
do
wasn't
you
in
want
a
us-
state,
Sorry, go ahead.
if Fahima wasn't in a state of distress right now, she would applaud James. But it's go time. So I'd like her to, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It looks like 30 feet will get me to the mama spider, right?
Bug.
Yeah.
Can't see it in this view quite, but
5,
it
10,
seems
15,
like
20,
it
20, 30. Yeah, 30 will get you there.
All right, I don't want to zap Uggos, so I'm gonna lightning bolt jump from right next to the mama down to Meep. It's 120 feet range.
Don't damage the egg.
So you're running toward the mama.
No, yeah, I'm not gonna land next to the egg, of course.
Lightning bolt jumping down to the next platform below.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. I love
That
it.
is awesome. That's really
Nice.
great.
Nicely done.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Civ, from behind you, you feel Fahima break into a run, and it looks like she's gonna run right at this creature. And as she reaches it, even
Fahima,
in
no!
mid-stride, you see her body come apart into particles and then form immediately into a lightning bolt that goes through the creature and down through around the rock, down onto the platform, right adjacent to where Meep's egg is.
Whew. Okay, so I'm rolling some damage. You have a dex saving throw for this damage.
All right, I have disadvantage from Melodies of Old,
Thank you.
and I rolled a natural 1.
Oh,
Nice.
Wow.
Too bad nat
Take it.
ones on
Yeah.
saving throws aren't
I was
double
just gonna say
damage.
that.
Right.
Yeah, too bad.
Yeah, too bad. You did this to us, Jeff.
I did it.
You and Morgan.
I'm so sorry.
So that'll be 28.
Everybody wanted to skip the cavern, fly to the bottom.
Well, Fahima was going to say on this turn, can't we just like go and just leave it here and just keep going? But nope, that's not what's happening. 28 lightning damage to the mama.
28 lightning damage. So as you run to the space adjacent to this creature and you turn, your whole body just disintegrating and coalescing into a bolt of lightning that goes right from one side of it through its face, through that bulbous sac. You see its entire body sparkle and spark with electricity, and it just blows apart. And you arrive next to on the platform below, next to this egg that sits there. You don't even know what has happened above you, but all the rest of you see bits and parts of this thing splatter against the back wall. It is completely annihilated.
So Fahima arrives on the platform and, oh shoot, I guess I wouldn't quite be able to get to the egg if I use my full movement to get to the mama spider. So she'll prepare to...
She's probably still like 10 feet away from the egg then.
Yeah, so she arrives and she's looking at the egg with tears in her eyes. This poor egg. That's the end
All
of
right,
my turn.
Civ, you're up.
Perception?
You go, and then Lily.
Perception?
Yes, roll a perception check. You have advantage from Scully as my homegirl.
Sweet. That's pretty good. I got a 23.
Yeah,
Nice.
so you also put together, judging all of the factors in play, Fahima's response, the bits of things you can hear of James screaming above you. It makes sense to you that this is also not a threat. This is not a real dragon. You also notice above you, hanging from the underside of this thing, crawling over the side, kind of from where you were sitting, where those eggs were that you noticed when you stood up. You see another creature come crawling, hugging the ceiling above you, sitting there, kind of coiling and ready to pounce.
Okay.
He's still hiding, isn't he?
Yeah, no, I'm saying he sees that. It is not ready to pounce on him, but it looks like
great.
it. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily see Civ, but that's what you see. And there it is.
Do I have a place that I can hide if I reveal myself? So if I do something like an attack and I reveal myself, is there any place that I see within sight that I could hide? Or would I be forced out into the open?
I think on
the
this
next turn?
platform, you would have a tough time finding another place out of sight. Also, creatures have to not see you hide in order for your hide to work. So
Yeah. Okay. That next platform looks like it's down by about 5 to 10 feet. Is that about right? The one that Fahima's on?
yes.
Okay. Then what I would like to do is I will use my action to throw a dagger at the creature that is on the ceiling
Okay.
using sneak attack because it doesn't know that I'm there.
Right.
And then I would use my move and probably my cunning action dash to move along the edge past Lily and then down to that next ledge just below Lily, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's do the attack action first. You have advantage from Scully as my homegirl on your attack, although you already have sneak attack.
Right. And I probably miss. Awesome. That would be a 11.
Yeah, that misses.
Okay. Yeah. And then, yeah, especially because I'm climbing, I'm guessing that's going to take my move and my dash to get down there.
Which one
So-
did you throw at?
The one that's on the ceiling.
The one that just appeared.
Yeah.
Do you run through Grammy on your way over?
No,
Can I?
Grammy is where Uggo is. Grammy's
okay.
that token
Diagonal
there.
of me. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would get attack of opportunity on me if I did that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
From the
So then
caged
no.
creatures. Yeah.
I'm definitely going to just crawl down the ledge right below where Lily's at. And I know I can't hide, but that's what I'm planning on doing. And
Okay.
I'm going to whisper up at Lily and say, Lily,
I'm about to fall unconscious. I might die. And then I'm hanging on the ledge, and then I go down from the ledge, leaving blood on the ledge as I lower myself down.
P.S. There's a monster above you.
And also a dragon.
Yes.
Also, the dragon's fake.
And the dragon's fake. It says property of James Quillis on the belly.
What?
Yes.
All right.
If your hands are just full on blood.
So that completes your turn. So it is Lily's turn now.
It looks like a strangely nerdy dragon.
So
Doing a
since
funky dance.
in the last 6
Like,
seconds, Lily's realized there's a dragon. She's been told the dragon is fake. She's seen Fahima lightning bolt a creature and then disappear down. She's seen Meep fall. And then Civ has said he's about to fall unconscious and then disappeared from her view.
Yep.
Just to like summarize.
Sounds about right.
Okay.
Sounds like the usual chaos.
Okay. So healing spirit is still by where Uggo is, right? Uggo, you haven't moved too much.
No, I'm 5 feet away.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do then is I'm going to. Can I see Civ if I peek over the ledge?
Absolutely. You can see him from where you're standing.
Can I touch him from where I'm standing? Or how far down is he?
I think that you can. Yeah, you could lean over and touch him. I would say that would be fair for you could use your movement to do that.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my movement to like over the cliff, touch him because I need to touch his hand in order to heal him.
Okay.
And then I will do cure wounds on you, Civ.
Civ is standing on the platform, but his tail is extended behind him, and Lily reaches down and just grabs your tail, Civ. And starts...
I'll be like, wait, and I'm just, there's so much that just happened, and then I'll do cure wounds on you. 1 second. So you heal 20 points.
Nice.
Wow.
Wow.
Dang.
And then as a bonus action, I believe I can move my healing spirit. I guess I don't really need to, but I wanted to move it a little closer to Uggo.
He's
I
still
think
within
it's
5
technically on
Yeah, I
top of him.
can.
Okay, you're still
Yeah.
okay. Great. I thought you had moved a little bit away from it. So I will keep that there, and then, with my movement, I am going to. Are all of the things that Uggo is fighting at this point in the cage?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, everything out of
So-
the cage is dead except that.
I'm
thing
gonna
on
move
the
over into that square as well to take the healing from
Granny
the
Dumblestuck.
Grammy.
Grammy, and kind of like be able to keep an eye on Fahima and Civ down there and Uggo to see where I'm needed.
Okay. So if you move away from the cage, you'll take opportunity of attacks from those things, but
At disadvantage, right?
correct.
Yes.
Yeah. I need to get away from it, I think. So.
Yep. Okay, so each of them will try to get you with disadvantage. Oh, that's a 2. And then the second one is a hit. It'll be a 19.
Yikes.
So one of them reaches out with a talon and stabs you.
Lily, do you want me to reduce the damage or do you want me to hit it?
No, it's okay. You hit it.
Okay.
That would be a 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And that'll get you all the way over to
Where
Grammy
Uggo
Dumblestuck.
Yeah.
Jeff, my sentinel will go off. So do I have advantage or not?
You do have advantage from Fire Flame 7.
And if it's restrained, you get advantage anyway. But yeah.
Yeah, that's
that's
true.
right.
Does Civ do you look conscious, I guess?
I look significantly better. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay.
19, Jeff?
Hits.
It takes 12 points of bludgeoning.
All right. You smack it through the cage. You see it crunches, its face broken and oozing some kind of strange looking blood.
Ooh.
That completes your turn, Lily. We are up to Whitebeard all the way at the top.
Oh, good old Whitebeard.
With James, he is going to The rope continues from the ceiling. He's going to toss it over this side, climb down another level, and he will
Get a move on, old man.
He will climb down another level and peer over the side and ready his action in case any dragons or other scary things get close. And we are back to Uggo.
All right. Uggo is going to make sure to step into Grammy. Thank you, Grammy. Also, there's still a dragon!
Actually, you know what? Whitebeard, before we go, I didn't remember that bat is there. Whitebeard is going to throw a dagger at the bat and see if he can hit it. See if he can hit it. Why not?
Parting shot.
Disadvantage from False Star, but what the heck? No, that still hits. That's a 18. And he will do not too much damage, but not nothing. Not nothing. He did something.
Not zero.
Good job, Whitebeard.
We're all proud of you.
All right, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to cut the head off the bat.
So, Lily, will you roll that d6 and tell me how much Grammy gives you?
Just another 4.
Okay.
Nice.
Little by little.
It's funny because I took 4 damage last turn. So
I know. We're just like keeping you steady.
Wound opens, wound closes. Wound opens, wound closes. I'm going to attack the baby that I just attacked again.
The one in the cage?
I don't want to call it a baby because it sounds weird.
Hatchling.
Yeah.
The hatchling. Thank you. I'm going to
sound
attack
bite
a
to ruin
hatchling.
Ron Ogden. I'm going to
Yeah,
attack the baby.
attack the baby. I'm angry at this baby. Advantage,
time.
disadvantage. Well, they are restrained, right?
Not
Still.
the
They are restrained. Yes, indeed. You have advantage already.
The first one is 23.
Hits.
All right. It's the one I've already hit, so I'm going to do that damage again just so you know what it is. 11 points of bludgeoning.
Yeah, you take a mighty swing and you hit this thing as you saw it reach its talons out and attack Lily as she walked by, so it's close to the side of the cage, and you take this mighty swing with your maul and you connect on the side of the cage where the talons are, and you see it slam all the way to the other side of the cage and hit the back wall, slide down dead.
So then I'll attack the other one that's there.
Yep.
I don't know if this is a fight. I don't know if this is a fight we can win, guys. I think we gotta get out of here.
Agreed.
That's a 14.
14 misses.
Okay. So you have a bonus action left and some movement, but I will keep it there.
All right.
Action. Yep, that's it for me.
So this thing is going to attack you back from the cage with disadvantage. Man, my rolls have been just awful. That is an 11.
Does it see the giant dragon hovering over it as well? I mean, it can't.
It can't
move.
do anything. It's just sitting in this cage, unable to go anywhere. So yeah, I mean, it's terrified. It doesn't do anything. The one upside down is going to. It sees these babies in cages.
And a giant dragon.
And a giant dragon. No, you're right. A giant dragon. Yeah, it's going to scurry out of sight, actually, because it's going to try to get away from the dragon. It does not like the look of that giant predator. And the bat will also fly the opposite direction, back up toward James and Whitebeard, but just sort of trying to get up and away from where this dragon seems to be going. So it's gonna try to fly up past all of you, up and try to get away as much as it can. So the extent of its movement, which is it's going to take a dash action, and it's going to just go. It has 120 feet to go, so it's just going to fly up and out of sight. It is terrified of this giant winged creature that is
about to eat it.
It looks like it's scary.
Next time, maybe we start with the dragon.
Maybe we start with the dragon.
Then do the fly spell later on.
Yeah.
All right, so that brings us to James, then Fahima Civ.
Movement down to join Whitebeard. And then, I mean, yeah, all my movement. I'm keeping the dragon where it is. I don't have to use my action to move it. I just flapping there, flame kind of gouting out of its nose and like its mouth, like it's preparing to open its maw. Just kind of, as much as possible. But then, so movement and my action to dash. So that probably won't get me off that lower platform, but probably to the left edge of that platform.
So you're still on this first platform, or are you getting all the way down to that second?
Yeah, down one to join Whitebeard, and then a dash to my left to kind of prepare to keep going down.
5, 10, 15. So you can get, you can just hop down this other section.
Great.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you'll get there.
Perfect.
And once you get there, something interesting happens.
I'm kind of panicked, calling out like, Civ, Argo, anyone? Are you all right?
I believe the map room can show us what happens here. Right, map room? I am thinking about the right spot.
Do we want to see what happens?
Yeah, really.
I think you do.
If the map room can't get it to happen, does that mean
portal?
it happens?
Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong spot. I might be. I don't think I am. Am I? Map room?
You trip over a bunch of healing potions.
Oh, amazing!
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
Oh, am I ruining this?
It's all right.
I'm still enraptured.
I am.
This is only building suspense for me.
We'll keep going. Fahima, it is your turn. Oh, okay.
Oh, there we go.
Maybe it's down one more? Okay.
It is down one more.
It
is not down. Oh, it is down one more. Yeah, you're right. I ruined it. All right, Fahima, you're up.
Oh, so something will happen when they go down there.
Nah, who knows? Now it won't.
I know nothing.
I ruined it all. I ruined it. I got disoriented. All right, Fahima, it is your turn, then Civ Lily.
Got it.
Okay, so Fahima walks up and kneels down and picks up the egg and cradles it and says, Meep, I'm so sorry. I should never let you out of my sight. I'll keep you safe. And she'll conjure a chest, a small chest, a thick metal chest.
Oh, it's this one.
What?
When you pick up the egg, map room.
What? Oh my god, it is?
Yeah. Show me. Survey says.
Maproom's like, what are you talking about?
I'm gonna get it wrong again. It's so cool. There it goes.
It breaks away.
That crumbles. It falls.
Oh
cool.
my gosh, that's
Very
scary.
As you pick up the egg, the entire platform around you crumbles underneath you. You are fortunately standing on a section that did not fall, but you watch as you pluck the egg from the ground. You realize that all of these sections are not entirely stable.
Oh my gosh,
No. So
that's terrifying.
So she backs up and conjures this chest, this metal chest, rips a few pieces out of the back of her diary / spell book to cradle the egg, and puts it inside to keep it safe. This egg has 1 hit point, and if it dies, she'll be banished to the celestial plane. So we don't want that. So she hides it in her cloak and backs up, makes eye contact with Civ, and then can I take a look around to see what our move is if we decide that we want to keep going?
Keep going
Sure.
down?
Keep going down, yeah.
If you walk over to Civ, you can look down and try to see as best you can below you. Maproom, if you want to pull out slightly and give a better view of how the chamber is formed below. The thing you'll notice, oh cool, I'm gonna give us a lovely top-down view. The thing you'll notice is that these waterfalls end in water at the bottom, at the very base of this giant cavern. There is water that kind of rushes through an exit point. There it is at the bottom.
Wow.
Yeah.
A lot more eggs.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, a lot more eggs. Uh-oh. Okay. I think, actually, James, did you say that out loud when you said you think we should keep moving, or was that you?
I mean, yeah, you probably wouldn't have heard me, but...
We've got to move! The platforms are crumbling away underneath me! Let's go! And Fahima will start to move across and down the platforms as far as the rest of her movement will take her.
All right. So you you're using what, full 30 feet?
Yep.
So you could probably get down to the next platform if you go over to Civ and then climb down. You're not using any assisted climb, or you're just kind of hopping down? Just roll me an athletics check to get down. It's not going to be a high DC because it's not that far of a climb. You have advantage from Corn Unicorn.
Oh, thank God. Thank you, Corn Unicorn. I rolled a 2. And I rolled another 2! Ah!
So you, as you move past Civ, you try to climb down. You're shouting, the rocks are falling, and you trip and you fall. You'll take 2d6 of fall damage.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
My gosh.
So that'll be, actually I rolled a 5 and a 4, so it's 9 points of fall damage.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Concentration
Rough.
on the...
Concentration on the cage.
On the cage, yeah.
Okay, now using
You do have
die.
advantage from Fall Star, though.
Thank you, Fallstar. Ooh, bad. Oh, saved.
So Civ and then Lily.
Do you want to move the cage at all? Can you do that with a bonus action, or are you just keeping it right there?
It's a full action, unfortunately.
Got it.
I am not fleeing. I am going to steel myself. I'm going to climb back up onto the ledge, and Mr. Whispers and I and my +1 short sword are going to go to town on this little thing in the cage.
All right. You have advantage from Scully as my homegirl on your first attack. Are you doing 2 attacks?
No, I'm doing 1 attack, but I am flicking the blade before I...
All right.
Is there just 1 in there?
There's just one in
Okay,
there left. Yeah,
I'm
I'll go
flicking
kill the
blade
other.
and stabbing it in.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good. 27?
That hits.
Yeesh.
Let's end this thing. Ooh, this would be good.
A lot of dice. Sounds like a lot of dice.
So many dice.
Sounds like a lot.
So many dice.
I did not roll well.
Let us, baby.
17 plus 6, 23 points of damage.
All right. You stab this thing, and it squeals and squirms and tries to get away from you, blocked by these fiery phoenix feathers of this cage, and it can't get away. And you see it is very close to death. It's limping and kind of slumped over in the side of the cage, not quite dead, but very, very close.
And then I'm going to move over to Granny Dumblestuck and shake her hand.
All right. That's a d6 for healing, and we are
Katie,
up
do
to
you wanna
Lily.
do that for me?
Yeah, I'll do it for you. 1 second.
Thanks.
And Lily, it is your turn.
Okay.
Well,
So-
explosion of healing. Love that.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Explosion of healing.
And map room just extraordinary tonight. Kudos.
Yeah,
it's
very
just
good.
really, really great.
1d4. I mean 4 points. I rolled 4 points on every single heal.
Seriously.
So far.
Could be
I'll
worse.
take it. Thank you.
It could be much worse.
All right, Lily, it is your turn.
So I think it has 2 more heals left.
And then Whitebeard Uggo.
Okay. Okay, Uggo, are you looking pretty hurt at this point?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
for sure. Still.
So, and Civ, you're still hurt, but you're looking somewhat better.
I'm looking like I wasn't until I fell from the sky.
Okay, so still pretty hurt.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
I'm bat hurt. I'm not bat and squashed hurt.
Okay. So
I'm still bat and squashed. Hurt.
Yeah. So I'm gonna heal you, Uggo. I'm gonna do cure wounds on you for only 11 points.
Right.
But you're still in. You should get 1 more round of Grammy Dumblestuck, and then I'm also gonna Uggo. The dragon is not real.
Oh,
Okay.
but it's right there. I can see it.
No, James. I think James made it.
Oh, that's why I fall down.
Yes, that makes sense. But Fahima says we need to keep moving, so we need to keep going.
Go where?
Down,
Oh,
okay? But I'm
don't
gonna
wanna-
stay with you two because
Okay.
Quite frankly, neither of you look great. And I mean that with so much love.
Yeah, it's now down a far.
Yeah. That's the end of my turn. So I'm just going to stay kind of by Civ and Uggo to be prepared. Because they both still look like they need healing.
All right,
Wait,
we're
is
up
that
to
a freaking-
Whitebeard.
Is it a snake?
Oh, I don't know.
No, it's a weird
might
like
just be a
plant.
Just
I think
plant.
it's a plant,
Tell me
yeah.
it's a plant.
I thought
Okay.
that too, though.
We are up to Whitebeard, who is going to walk all the way over down, hopping down to James, bringing the rope with him and trying to climb down to the next platform as quickly as possible. I'm going to make him roll a athletics check himself here. Nat 20 on the athletics check for Whitebeard.
Oh, just looking great.
Yeah.
Just Whitebeard just like looks at you, James, and goes, killing you. And he grabs the rope and just slides down and out of sight. Very, very
You'd
cool.
have been dead by now already if it weren't for me. Remember the castle rum? Yeah, right. Okay.
And that completes Whitebeard's turn. Now we're up to Uggo.
I'll go the brave.
Uggo the Brave.
Okay. So Mapper, can I see the mess of stuff we've got going on down there?
It's a lot.
First thing I'm
It's a
going to do
lot.
is shake hands with Grammy Dumblestuck. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. So go ahead and roll that for me.
I'll roll that for you 1 second.
Yeah. Okay. So
2 points. Grammy is tired.
and does this baby hatchling in the cage still look
It looks
okay,
very,
or
very-
is it?
No, it looks very hurt. Civ stabbed it.
Stib sabbed it.
Stib
I
sabbed
love
it.
Civ
That's right.
stabbed it.
Sabbed it.
I'm gonna have another
I do
good
that all the
sip
time.
of wine.
Stabby, stabby, civ.
It is
Stabby.
also reverberating with thunder energy, and you
Yeah.
know what that does.
Okay. Yep.
So
you're right. I do.
just keep that. in mind.
So Uggo is gonna pick up Lily and put her on his back and then jump down a ledge. It'll take the
Okay.
attack of opportunity.
Okay.
He looks at Civ and goes, "You come under dragon." Okay, it's not a dragon we got to worry about, but there's a dragon up there, so let's just go.
My attack of opportunity had disadvantage from Melodies of Old, so of course I rolled a 2. So it's trying to attack you. Oh, it had disadvantage from being in the cage anyway. But it's flailing at you from inside the cage. But you leap down to that ledge that you saw Fahima fall from, and I think you have enough movement to get down another one should you so
Yep.
choose.
Yep, I'll do the same.
Let's do just do an athletics check real quick. You have advantage from Fire Flame 7.
Okay, 17.
Yeah, so you managed to hop down, even with Lily on your back. Hop down. You see Fahima holding her knee as if it kind of hurt landing on this ground. And
Fahima looks terrible right now. She's very hurt.
all right.
Jeez.
Does that complete your turn, Uggo?
Yeah, Uggo looks at Lily and says, "Fahima needs healing."
Okay.
I do. I'll be fine. But ow. Let's just go.
Not reassuring when you say ow right after I'll be fine.
Yeah, I agree. That's not reassuring.
Okay, so it's a creature's turn. It's going to attempt its strength save to get out of the thing. I have a disadvantage from Melodies of Old, and I rolled a 3 and a 4. What is happening?
Yes.
What is happening?
Even if it got out, it would take a bunch of damage and probably die.
Yeah, it would
Yeah,
die
but it doesn't know that. It wants out of here.
True.
Right.
It's true.
So we are up to James, then Fahima, Civ, Lily.
I'm gonna leave. I still can't really see my friends, so I'm gonna leave the dragon where it is. And it is an illusion, but it does give off light, so it's also doing the work that Meep was doing for me a little bit, kind of, giving off a kind of glowing light.
Right.
Maprim, could you pull back slightly? So yeah, I'm just kind of making it central and hoping it's intimidating whatever is down there trying to hurt my friends. And go upwards, please, Maprim, because I can't see where I am. if Whitebeard went down, use the rope to go down 1 level, I will use my I will use my movement to do that also.
Okay. Just roll me an athletics check. You have advantage from Subutai the Smithy, countered by Grim Fated.
But it's with the rope, so I get advantage.
Oh yeah, you
with
get
that.
advantage
Yes.
anyway. Yes, indeed.
Thank you. Good, because athletic check are not my strength. 18.
Yep. You slide down almost as gracefully as Whitebeard did before you.
Yeah, no, I'm still very much in the dark, but that dragon is giving off quite a lot of light, I hope. Okay, so I'm looking down to the left. Would that take my action to hop down there? There's no rope to get me down there, but
I will say you can use your action to hop down there.
But I would potentially take falling damage if I don't do a good enough athletics check.
That's correct. Yes.
All right, I'm gonna turn back to Whitebeard and go like, all right, keep roping it down, buddy. Come on, you're doing great. Because I'm gonna wait for the rope. Because if I lose concentration on this dragon, I wouldn't be able to live with myself.
So up to, sorry, is that your turn?
That's it.
Fahima
actually, Lily. Can I see? Can we pull back a bit? Can I see my friends at all yet? I mean, I don't have dark vision. I don't know if we want to.
No.
Okay.
I mean, you may be able to see some the light of the burning cage below you, but it'd be hard, I think, to make out individual people farther down than that. I think you probably could see a glowing sieve next to that cage.
Okay.
Other than that, it'd be hard to see. Again, you're closer now. You're closer now to these waterfalls. The water's gushing. It is loud. It's reverberating off of the stone walls all around you. This all around you.
Question, Jeff. Does he see the hand crossbow? Because I think it.
Oh yeah, I think it would be right about there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think you do see it.
I'll use my action to grab that then.
Great. Yeah. Good thinking, Civ.
Thanks.
Fahima, Civ, Lily.
I turn to Uggo and Lily and I say, "Where's James? And Whitebeard? I don't see them. Are they still way up there?"
Yes.
Okay, I think we should wait for them. We can't go too far. They're in the dark. So Fahima will send up a prestidigitation create light.
I think it can.
Or you know what? Actually, it doesn't matter. I'll shoot up a firebolt to kind of signify to them where we are,
Like
and
a
I'll
flare?
stay. I'm not gonna move. Yeah,
Nice.
Shoot up a flare.
Okay. So
That's my
you're just kind of shooting it up in the general, just up.
Yeah, I'm trying to flare our location and wait for them.
Okay. So you conjure a fireball in your hand and you send it skyward and it soars up, casting a warm glow that bounces off the wet rock all around you. And James and Whitebeard see it soaring up and fizzling out at the end of its range.
I would like to move
or
into
enge, if you want to use that.
I'd like to move in towards the inside of the wall too, just
Okay.
in case.
In case it crumbles.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe I'll put a hand on Uggo too.
Civ Lily. Civ,
My
you're up.
turn?
Yes.
Can I shake Grammy Dumblestuck's hand?
Humble
Absolutely.
ducks.
Humble duck?
Humble ducks.
So this is that will be the last heal
I'll take it.
for it. So
I
you
will
get
take
it.
it.
Let me roll it.
Awesome.
And then
Ooh, you got
explosion of healing.
6.
Yay.
And then Granby Dumblestuck ceases to be the phantom spirit that has been healing everybody. She goes, well, things to do. And she heads away.
I kiss her
Job
on the
well done.
cheek as she goes.
Aww.
And
Job well
then-
done, Grammy.
She
And then I
loves it.
immediately turn around and kill this thing.
All right, you have advantage from Captain Critical. Actually, you already have advantage because it's in a cage.
Yeah. And I'm flicking the blade as well, just in case.
Yeah.
Sweet. That would be a 21.
Yeah, that hits.
One of these goes away. One a little better. 10, 17, 21, 23.
Oh yeah.
29 points of damage.
Yeah, you obliterate this thing. You actually stab it so hard that you pick it up, and it hangs on the edge of your rapier. This hatchling, this creature, limp and just pouring out its entrails on the its sort of oozing innards on the bottom of this cage. It is very assuredly dead.
Great. I will allow it to slide off of my blade limply onto the ground, and then I will use the rest of my movement to slowly climb down to where everyone else is at.
All right. So the first one you can manage no problem. The second one just needs a athletics check. You have advantage from Captain Critical.
Great. Yeah, that's a 25.
Nice.
Yeah, that's no problem. Actually, you probably wouldn't have even needed that because you have your climb speed. But yeah, no problem. You get down with your companions, and now we're up to Lily's turn.
Mr. Whispers will come with me too.
Okay, Lily, you're up.
Okay, great. And I'm still on Ugo's back, but and we're kind of in like action mode. Or like ready mode, I'm assuming I'll go to move if we need to.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So could I touch Fahima from where I am?
Yes.
Okay, great. So
She's right
I'm
next to you.
gonna do just a little cure wounds on you, because do you look really hurt, Fahima, or you look...
I look like, let me see. I look like I'm at 40% of my
Look
health.
at 40%.
She has a battery meter on her.
but I mean, also at the point where you've seen Fahima in this state before, and it's like one good hit will
Okay,
take her
I
down.
heal you 10 points.
Nice.
All right. Anything else, Lily?
And then I'll stay on Ugo's back, kind of in ready. But so are we waiting for James? Is that the plan?
They're coming. They're climbing down a rope. They're not like the rest of us. It's going to take them a while.
Okay. Do we have, Fahima, do you have the tiny hut prepared?
I do. Well, I can cast it as a ritual.
I mean, it might be a good idea.
Okay, I can start now. Right here?
What?
On the
I don't
tumbling?
know.
I think we should do it down there.
Yeah, I mean, eventually. I'm just saying we
But
might
there's
wanna
water
do that
down there.
Well, and
sooner.
they also have to be with us if they're going.
Oh, yes, I'm saying once they get here. I'm just saying we might be prepared to need to take that. It seems
Okay.
like everybody's quite injured.
Okay, so females just start flipping through her spell book and
Just-
look over the spell.
All right. So we're up to Whitebeard's turn. Whitebeard, taking the cue from James, unfurls the rope to the next platform to the left there and begins to climb down, looking up, looking down, and he's going, "Your friends are, the crew is much farther down, it seems. I don't know where they are." And as soon as he lands, he pulls the rope tight, and as his feet land on this section, of course,
Oh no, breaks
it
away.
crumbles underneath him, and he goes tumbling down to the ground. There it goes.
Oh no.
And Whitebeard falls and takes
Yikes.
rolled 2 1s. He takes 2 points of fall damage, and he lands with a thump, and he looks up at you, James, and he goes, "The rock is unsteady." And that's
see
where we're
that.
going to go to intermission. All right, so we're going to take a brief intermission. Araband is going to take care of you. I want to thank some folks that have been giving us love. Saber Gamer, Onyx, Chloe, the Dungeon Run, yay! Kamikaze Reaper, Mobo Herder, Hail Yourself FC, Doc Lannister, not Ugo, nor Civ, nor Lily. Who could it be?
That's a username?
Yes.
That's down to just
So it's
Fahima.
James
and
or
I think.
Lily Dumblestuck fan and others, thank you. According to my screen, Team Force of Good still wildly in the lead. 85% for Team Force of Good, only 15% for Team Force of
Wow.
Evil. This is a runaway by Team Force of Good with getting revenge for all these past losses over the weeks. We'll be back. Stick around. Lots more to come.
Yeah. not watchers, yay. Our campaign will continue after this brief intermission. Milo, what is this tune? Are you playing this on your record? I didn't even know you still had this. Turn it up a touch, would you? Give me a little soft shoe. Oh yes, that's nice. Oh yeah. There you go. It's very slow. Is it gonna speed up at any point, Milo? Who is this? There you go. Do the buffalo shuffle. Oh, Milo, what on earth is that? Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, why is it? It's a stingy. Oh, that's a stingy. Ay, ay, ay. Listen, Scoundrel Lovejoy. So you found the cauldron. Look, do me a favor. Never do that again, okay? Because it's not nice. It hurts Milo, you see? Look how angry he is. He's not even dancing anymore. Milo, pretend you're not dancing anymore. Ah, okay, good. Everyone just relax. Listen, before we continue, I do want to say something really quick. If you're not watching this live, I highly recommend watching live. Wednesday nights on Caffeine at 6 p.m. Milo, what happened to my lights? What? Stop your soft shoe and go. Unbelievable. Yes, thank you. I can't do the show without lights, Milo. What are you doing? Let's get back to it. I highly recommend watching live Wednesday nights on Caffeine at 6 p.m. Pacific. That's Pacific. If you're on the East Coast, that would be 9 p.m. because there's a 3-hour difference. And then if you're somewhere else in the world, you could figure it out from there. And the good news is, when you're watching live, you can live chat with me and all of our wonderful community, the watchers of the time stream. Oh no, it just happened to my accent right there. That was interesting, wasn't it? Ah. Hi! Oh! Oh! Ooh! 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 Yeah! Ooh, yeah! Do a tap dance, Milo. Quickly! Ow! Why did... Oh, Jeebus. Better than Jeebus, I'll tell you. Do you know what cortisone cream is? No, Mario, I'm talking to you. Do you know what cortisone cream is? Yes. Grab it, please. I need it stat. On... Oh, and if you could do me a favor, rub some on the middle of my back there. Yes, I don't know why there's such a pain there. Ooh, goodness gracious. Oh, by the way, Chef Scott, yes, do me a favor and never do that again, okay? Because again, this is a show for families and friends and happiness, not pain, okay? Super nice of you to never do that again. Oh, Carpathios. First of all, great name. Love it. Milo even gave it a little smile as well. Could you imagine the change of taste from brains to blood? I just did. No, thank you. I will never imagine that again. Why would I? Not really good. Tastes awful. Almost like the way my good friend Milo smells, you see. Oh, Falstar, thank you so much for that. And yes, for Team Force of Good, which, by the way, is leading by what, 95%? Actually, that's not true. Let me look. 85%. My goodness, what happened to Team Force of Evil? Where did you go? Not that I have a problem with that, because, of course, you know now, perhaps. Or maybe you don't. When force of good wins, I win. When force of evil wins, Milo. No. Right? Milo loses. I was going to say he wins, but he loses. No, he loses if it's... Which way is it? I can't remember. The pain is unbelievable, let me tell you. Oh, Cable Jr. says, how are you doing Lord Ereban, spelled with no capital letters? First of all, Cable, Lord is spelled with capital L-A-R-R-A-B-A-N-N, capital A at the start. Other than that, great, thank you. Chef Scott saying, LOL, hi, Mr. Octopus. Her words, not mine. All right. Here's the deal, chef. I hope you're a real chef, by the way. You and I will not be seeing each other on the evening of the ASSS party. Are we clear? I hope we are. Now, please, no one else ask me how I'm doing. Sprinkle, Wrinkle? Winkle? Let me try that again. Milo, roll it back one. Sprinkwinkle. How are you doing? Undercase. What are you... Someone uninvite him, or her, or that person, whomever they are, from the party forever. Honest 34. Still love the name, by the way. Have no idea what it's supposed to symbolize. Mr. Squiggly Face. First of all, squuggle? Is it squiggle? Squuggly Face. Number one, anytime I'm addressed that way, I will not respond to you. So try it again, please. Chaldea Lannister. How many brains did you eat a day? Did you eat a day, Lord Ereban? That's right, spelled properly. Also, how have you been lately? Number one, I eat as many as I need. Sometimes none. I fast. Other times I'll have upwards of 5, depending. Or 6, if I'm going a little overboard, you know? Druid Otter, Lord Ereban, Milo... No, that's Milo. Also spelled incorrectly, but that's okay. But it's right, but not with the capital. Can Myro... let me try that again. Can create brain pie. Can he? And you know this how, Druid Otter. Syracuse salt potato. What is your favorite side dish to have with brains? Well, Syracuse salt potato. Nothing. I eat brains. Plain and simple. Not cooked. Nothing with them. Straight up. Out of the skull. It should be salt potatoes. Yes, that's what I said. All right, before we continue, I have some things I need to share with you. Now, you've all had a great amount of fun with the advantages and disadvantages and what way you want to work them and blah, 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 blah. But now things are changing. Not really changing, but I'm expressing a very specific way of how they will be used. Yes, Fail Waffle. Oh, is right. But first, let me tell you a little something about the methods with which you can interact with this show. If you're watching live, that is. Number one, or should I say we have unique dungeon run prompts for you if you're watching the show live, which I already really said. Milo, can you please speed up the prompter? Thank you. First of all, you can grant the gift of advantage. What is advantage, Milo? Tell them. Oh, right, you can't speak. That's the ability to roll a pair of 20-sided dice at once, taking the highest value. Pretty simple, eh? Great. Number two, you could set the trap of disadvantage. Sort of like the opposite of advantage. So, if a player has advantage, this disadvantage will counter it. If the player does not have an advantage, they will roll a pair of 20-sided dice at once and take the lowest value. After all, as Jorl, let me try that again. Jorl always says, life is pain. Now, my good grim-fated and fail waffle and the like. Advantages or disadvantages. And to all of you... why is... What? Oh! Yes, Milo, if you could do me a favor. There is a big block of ice in the freezer. Could you go grab it, please? That would be great. And Cosmic Lord 94, thank you so much. It doesn't hurt. I'm just joking. There's no pain whatsoever. I never have felt better. And Shabery and Chef Scott, I would like to speak with you afterwards, please. In private. Okay? Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Where was I? Okay. Advantages or disadvantages can only be given to players or the DM. That's it. When giving them to a player, you must specify who at the table it is for. Or, I'm not joking, I will make the choice for you. Plus, if given to the DM, if you don't know what the DM is, that is Jeff. And I'm making these rules, not Jeff, no one else. This is me. If given to the DM, Jeff will use the advantage or disadvantage in the order received. They cannot be given to a specific NPC. For example, Whitebeard. You do not control Whitebeard. Whitebeard controls Whitebeard. Or should I say Jeff controls Whitebeard? The players you can deal with, you can finagle with. But please, act accordingly, okay? That's what I wanted to say about that. Now, you've got it in, you got your little things in there. But no more, okay? Milo doesn't like it. It's not even me. Milo doesn't. Now, let's move on. And of course, there's sheer love. Yes, Calcaneus, I know you have. As has everyone. Everyone wants to give everybody something. That won't work anymore. I'm putting my tentacles down. Oh, Candle Queen. That might be the sweetest thing anyone's ever really given me. Oh my goodness. I'm actually experiencing something strange. What is this? This salty refuse coming from my eyelid. Unbelievable. Why are you doing that? Why is this happening? I'm feeling a strange sense of joy. What is this feeling? Milo, have you felt this? Unbelievable. Listen, Candle Queen, you're great. Really, you are. I was about to say I'm great, but I'm not even serious. That would be not authentic. You're great. As are you, everyone. What is wrong with me? Stop it, Lord Ereban. I'm speaking to myself. Now, give me a moment, would you? I love everyone. It's true. Okay. I give up. Something went wrong. What happened? Who broke the show? Let's get back to it, shall we? Props. Next up, there's Show Love. It's our celebratory item. It's the balloons. Send love to the team whenever you want. But now you have a choice, and you've already, of course, figured this out. You can choose to support Team Force of Good or Team Force of Evil. Okay? We have 2 new balloons, gold balloons. Dagron, Stonewolf. 1 for Team Force of Good. You see how nice that is? That's beautiful. Then there's the purple balloons. Those are for Team Force of Evil. Scoundrel Lovejoy. Well done. The choice is yours. And now, if you didn't know, there's potatoes. Yes, that's right. I've added the potato prop to the Team Force of Good and Team Force of Evil battle. A good potato is the equivalent of buying 120 good balloons, and an evil yam. Could call it a potato, but it's not. It's a yam potato or a sweet potato. That's the equivalent of 120 evil balloons. But at a much better value. Oh God, I love a good deal. Random guy, I don't know how you do it, but you constantly are getting yourself uninvited from this party, aren't you? I think if I look at my list, let me look at the list. Double check here. You have a -1 million to the ASSS party. I don't know even why we're dealing with you anymore. You shouldn't even be allowed to be here. Unbelievable. Anyways. Oh my goodness, hold on. False star. What is that? Is that a good potato? It's a yellow potato. It's a golden potato. Milo, do you see it? Look, look, look. A yellow potato. Yes. We'll eat it later. Well, I'll cook it for you in a bit. That is very nice of you, Fallstar. And let me just let you know, there is no way Team Force of Evil is going to win tonight. And I'll tell you what I think about that. It's great. Thank you. Because what it means is next week, I'll be just fine no matter what you do. Yes! Perfect. Ouroboros 43. Lord A, I thought you were chaotic evil. I am. Actually, it's not true. Not really chaotic, but definitely evil. Yes. But chaos, no. I guess I am chaotic evil. Which is why I don't really care whether or not it's good or evil that wins. Yes. Hey, Joe Kaiser, by the way, a plus 45 for you. Thank you for that. Also, at the end of well, there you go again, Lord Erevan. At the end of tonight's show, we're going to tell you who the winner is. When Jeff says, that's it, no more good or evil, don't buy more things, because they won't be counted. Got it? Just let it be. If you've lost, you've lost. And Team Force of Good is going to win tonight. 100% done. And of course, there is one more thing. Milo's Ball. Which you cannot use today. Alright? It's off the menu. Next week, of course, feel free to drop them like they're hot. No doubt. Because I love them so much. But not this week. Unusable. Unimportant. And there's that. Lily Dumblesuck fan, I hear a rumor Whitebeard's beard is fake. Wrong. Very real. Teal, meeple. Hot potato, Milo's ball. Yes. Oh, yeah. Ah. E. Oh, baby. Do the soft shoe again, Milo. God, looks so great. Yeah. Okay. Scoundrel Lovejoy, we were getting along so well, you and I. If you would just never do that again, please. Oh. Whew. Okay. Yes, shake the legs there, Lord. Ereban? Milo, you're done for the evening. Yes, that's right. We're done here. We are out of here. I cannot. This is it. No more of those, please. All right, everyone. This has been fun. So before I go... Oh, hold on. Doc Lannister, really quick, has a question. Lord Ereban, you still haven't told me why you're not purple anymore. Well, it's just really the lights, Doc Lannister. The lights are purple, hence they make me look not purple. You see. It's a light thing. So, I want to thank you all, those of you who've shared tonight's show. If you have not, I ask you to please do so. No, I'm serious. Hashtag the dungeon run. Go ahead. You can do it now. I'll wait. And tell a friend to tell a friend to watch the show. This is the greatest show ever. I don't make bad shows. And remember, I'll be joining you in your social conversation around the game. But now, it's time to rejoin our adventurers.
Yeah! Thank you, Lord A, for taking care of the folks while we got a little breaky break, but we're back in it. I want to thank some of the folks that were giving us love during the break, including a potato! Whoa! Whoa! A potato from Fallstar. Thank you, Fallstar.
Wow. Thank you, Fallstar.
Those potatoes are amazing.
Potato!
Unbelievable. Thank you for that. It is huge. And we do have love from folks as well. Some balloons. Dude the Man, La Cosa Nostra, Dyson Capes, Peony Brace Girdle. I'm sure I got that wrong. Uggo Smash, Love for the Cat, and Shothragot,
Hey.
Daggeron Stonewolf, Lily Dumblestuck fan, and lots of others. Thank you very much for all of that. Team Force of Good, absolutely crushing this week. 87% to just 13% Team Force of Evil. I don't know what to make of that. Team Force of Evil has been dominant week after week, and now all of a sudden, Team Force of Good showing up. So
does
thank
this
you
feel
all.
like a trap?
It's a trap.
They're lying
does.
in
We'll see.
wait.
Feels like Force of Evil is up to something, and I'm suspicious.
When has something called Force of Evil ever laid traps for people? All right. So let us return to the map room, and figure out the rest of the way down. So we ended after Whitebeard had collapsed as the platform underneath him crumbled. So that brings us to the top of the round. Uggo. Yeah, we can stay down here, map room. Thank you. I appreciate it. We can check in on Whitebeard, who fell. He's laying prone, but we are now up to Uggo.
Uggo looks around. So, maybe it's not clear, but are we staying or are we going in the water down there?
We should wait here until James and Whitebeard catch up.
Well,
Something
aren't
could
they going to
happen to
run
them.
into the things that are up there?
Yes.
So it's better to
Shouldn't
stay
we go back
close.
up there and kill those things before they kill James and Whitebeard?
Well, they haven't
Now that
touched
we're-
yet.
Now that we're healed, probably.
All right, one at a time.
They haven't attached yet.
But they will when they sense either a Whitebeard or James, especially the one that was on the ceiling that appeared right before you
Is
walked
there
away.
a way for us to position ourselves so we can see them?
I'm gonna climb back up there, and I'll go. Starts climbing back up to the.
I guess I'm going.
Second. Oh no! Before he does that, he makes sure that Lily gets.
Bye, guys.
That's right. Lily was on your back.
Hostage. Sorry, you stay here.
Are you sure, Uggo? You're not healthy. I was gonna say you're not well, but that's
but James is my guy, so I gotta make sure he's fine.
We should all go.
Well, we just came down from there.
I know.
I brought everybody down here to be safe.
I know.
Well, I'm going back up there. You can follow me if you want. And Uggo starts climbing back up to the top there.
All
to
right,
the second platform that he can reach.
Okay, so just you're just free climbing, right? Because you guys don't have the rope.
Yeah.
So just give me a athletics check. You have advantage from Lumbee Bronze Arm.
Thank you, Lumbee.
like
Oh, that's a nat 20. That's fun.
Nice.
Hey, Uggo, you spring to the top of the second platform there, getting up, putting a foot on that first platform and pushing yourself all the way up, using your full orcish strength to get up there. There's still a few of those eggs and this enormous illusion of a dragon above your head, breathing and pulsating and just sort of flapping its wings menacingly.
Keep calm. It's not real. It's not real. All hell Candle Queen. Okay.
That's your turn, right, Uggo?
Yeah, that's me.
All right, so you don't hear any movement or scurrying on the bad guy's turns. There is an enormous dragon that seems to be intimidating everyone around it right now. So James, it is your turn.
Great. So that rope is still hanging down, just not all the way down to. Well, I mean, if it is a 50-foot rope and we are kind of moving it, yeah.
Yep.
So, all right, I will use the rope to climb down to join Whitebeard with my movement.
All right, so you have advantage on a athletics check to get down.
Yes. Yeah, that's an 18.
Yep. So you scurry down. You see Whitebeard sort of on his back, looking up to you. There's stone and rock rubble all around from where that platform collapsed under his weight, and he's grumbling and looking at his scrapes that he got from the fall.
You are right, though. Yes.
I'm fine.
All right.
Not my first time in a cave.
Great. I'm looking around. Do I see those eggs behind me?
You do.
Oh gosh. Okay. Those don't look
Can I hear them now?
friendly.
How far is the distance?
I'm just on a. Yeah, I think I'm just a
Map
platform
room.
below, right?
If you're one platform below, there's rushing water.
Oh yeah, immediately to their left. Yeah.
Yeah, you could probably hear them talking. Certainly, you hear. You may not be able to pick out every word, but you can certainly hear them talking.
James, the dragon isn't real.
Yes, I know. I created it.
Okay, well, I just wanted you to know
Thank you.
that both it's not real and that I'm right here.
I'm glad you're okay. I'm sorry I dropped you.
Yeah, we can talk about that later. I don't forgive you yet.
Okay. Great. All right. Yeah, I'm kind of like, I haven't seen what comes out of those eggs yet, but they're probably enough to make me nervous. So I'm going to use my action to bring the dragon up.
Okay.
And sort of bring it up somewhat closer to us. And like, if they hatch, it'll be the first thing they see.
I love it. There's this enormous dragon floating in the air right above you. You see Whitebeard look at it with a side eye, and he goes, "That thing looks pretty impressive.
Thank you.
Really real."
Well, that's my first, so I appreciate it. All right,
Always
that's my
remember your
turn.
first.
I think that's exactly what that saying was about. Yes. You'll always remember your first illusory dragon. That's correct.
All right, so that complete your turn, James?
Yes.
All right, so...
Tonight's episode is PG-13.
Behemoth, Civ, Lily, are you guys all just sort of waiting and waiting for everybody to get down?
Yeah.
Or would you like to? We can step through the order, but I didn't know if you guys just all wanted to just wait until everybody gets down to you.
I mean, if people feel... Yeah.
I think I still have control over that bird cage. So, you can just skip through mine. I'll wait for them. But if I need to move the birdcage, then I'll do that.
Birdcage is now empty other than carcasses, right? But it's still sitting on that platform above.
Yeah, I think it's like right behind me, right?
Probably.
Yeah, so I want to say I'll ready the action, but I mean for every round I'll just ready the action of the bird cage if something gets near it. So
Thank you,
Yeah.
Map Room.
was
Always,
awesome.
always,
Nice.
always on it, always on the ball.
Amazing.
I will. Oh, sorry. Go to Civ first.
Civ, is there anything you'd like to do, or are you just waiting?
Can I have those daggers back, my love?
Oh, yeah. I should have used these earlier, but I accidentally used my flute instead.
All right. Trust me, you're definitely the most important person in this group right now, and I'm going to slowly stealth over to the giant plant area.
Off to the left there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and as he
I'm-
leaves, I nudge Lily and go, "He called you my love."
And I would like to. The reason why I'm stealthing is because I'm looking up because I know these creatures can crawl along the base of
Yes.
the
Yeah.
platforms.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the one that was threatening us before that got scared off by the dragon.
Yeah. I mean, you can roll me a stealth check. You have advantage from Red Robin, countered by Fail Waffle.
I'm expecting lots of counters from Fail Waffle, by the way. Stealth is still a 24.
Yeah, you quietly move along that side, and you see no sign of that creature that you had spotted above you before. This enormous dragon seems to have
Scared it off.
forced these things into their hidey holes, wherever that may be, wherever they scurried out from. They seem to have scurried back in.
Okay, then I'm just perceiving and looking for threats. So, eggs that are about to hatch, creatures that are crawling around, if these plants suddenly turn and attack us, anything that could possibly be aggressive.
I mean, you can roll investigation or perception if you like, or you can sort of just wait. You have advantage from Funky G Macman, countered by Fail Waffle via Grim Faded.
Okay. I will, yeah, whatever, I'll roll. Perception or investigation? you
Whatever
said?
you'd like to do. I mean, if you're investigating the plant or you're trying to look farther up, that's your option.
I don't think I would investigate something specifically. It's more looking around to see if there's anything that
Sure.
looks like a threat.
Then I would say
So-
perception.
Okay. Not good. 7.
Yeah, you don't notice anything in particular, but there's a lot of ground to cover, and it's there's a lot of nooks and crannies in all of these rock outcroppings, so you can't be 100% certain that
Okay.
you're safe.
Okay, then I'm gonna continue to stealth and do that.
All right, we're up to Lily.
So, are you stealthing that I wouldn't be able to see you?
I don't think so. I think
No,
if
you knew where he came from, so he's hiding and being sneaky. But
I
it's
think
not
as
like
you left because I was gonna heal you more. I'm like, oh.
I mean, you could walk right up to him. It's not like he disappears. It's that
Right.
you watched him walk away, and then you watched him be very quiet and careful where he moved.
Okay, so I'm gonna stealth up behind him.
You want to roll stealth? You've got advantage from Scully as my homegirl.
Ooh, I have an advantage?
Yes, you do.
Okay, this is a really great time to use it. Okay.
Look at how cool those plants look.
I know,
know,
it looks
beautiful.
super cool. That's what I was
only
assuming they were going to
pretty.
No, I'm
attack
just
us.
kidding.
Right.
Scully, thank you so much. I got a 12.
All right, so you move carefully. You scrape a little bit against the rock, and some of the rubble falls and goes tick 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 on the ground, and causes a little bit more noise than you would have hoped. But you make your way over to Civ, and he looks back behind you, having heard you
he
approach.
notices me.
Yes.
And then I'll heal. I'll do cure wounds on him. So I'm sorry. I was trying to keep quiet, but I wanted to heal you a little bit more when we had time.
No, I appreciate that. It's just that I know there's more of those crawling creatures out there, especially along the ceilings or ridges of these stone platforms.
Ugh, I don't like them.
Get closer to the wall.
Closer to the wall?
Closer to the wall.
Okay. I'll hug the wall. I heal Civ 8 points.
I'm gonna start wanting to use the map room for dialogue scenes because I just love like looking at you guys talking to each other and you're in the shadow of a giant flower. You know. It's,
Great. Now the map room's never gonna have a break, Jeff.
no more breaks for the map room. So you heal. You reach out and touch Civ. Civ, you feel vitality return to you. And does that complete your turn, Lily?
Yeah.
Okay. We're back up to Whitebeard, who continues. He pulls himself up, uses half of his movement to get up, brushes himself off, and he goes, "We gotta get to the bottom of this cavern." And
There's go down that
Yeah,
way.
I'm over here. Come to my voice.
yeah, he
There might be a dragon between me and you, but that's okay. It's not real.
He looks straight at the dragon and he pulls himself up, steadies himself, and walks straight up to it, extending his hand and
I make
pressing
it flinch slightly towards him.
He winces slightly and then looks around to see if anybody notices, and then he puts his hand through the illusion and reassures himself that it is not real, and then tosses the rope over the side. Uggo, you see the rope come flopping down from above, landing in a heap, the end of it in a heap on the ground in front of you, and you see Whitebeard start to climb down. I'll roll his.
You could just drop down. I'll catch you, big boy.
So he slides down rather clumsily and looking at even though he's pressed his hand through this illusion of a dragon, the jaws are still open right above his head, smoke coming from the nostrils of this massive beast. He knows it's not real, but he still looks at it as he clumsily gets to the ground and looks at you, Uggo.
Uggo up there and looks at him and goes, "It's pretty impressive. It's not as impressive as you, big boy."
You were always my favorite.
Oh,
You're the number one guy.
Yeah.
What is happening?
All right,
He says that to everyone. I'll go. He says that to everyone. Don't believe
Yeah,
it.
but he means it when he says it to me.
Actually, he's only ever said it to Uggo, so just so you know.
That's true.
Uggo, it is your turn.
Well, you're my favorite too, so you're the number one guy.
Don't you kill him in the future?
I'm trying to be nice to him now to make up for what happens in the future.
Whitebeard is like, what? What was that?
Wait a minute.
Wow.
Uggo's gonna wait for James. He's gonna hold an action that if James jumps down, he's gonna try to catch him.
Okay. Then we are up to James's turn.
Excellent. Okay. I will use my movement. Okay, are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. I trust you.
Yeah, I also trusted you. Right as you jump.
I know. I jump. Yes, I jump into Uggo's arms.
All right,
Uggo
Uggo,
catches him. Uggo catches him.
yeah. Just roll me a dexterity check. I just want to check. You have advantage from
Both of us?
Thunder Muffin. No, just Uggo.
Okay, cool.
Advantage from Thunder Muffin.
18.
Yeah, so James, you leap out and Uggo puts his arms out like a cradle and catches you in a heap as you land. And Whitebeard says, "Let's get on with it."
Right, and then I'll use my action to move the dragon further down, kind of between us and the platform below us.
Okay.
I was standing next to the Meep's birdcage. Oh, it's quite lovely. Very nice.
So you see, you have this enormous illusory dragon escort as you move lower and lower through the cavern. These waterfalls gushing on either side of you, making enormous amounts of noise. It is Fahima's turn.
I will just continue to hold and wait for the rest of the party to join.
Civ, you're up.
My dear, if you will permit me, and I'm going to grab Lily and dip her and kiss her very passionately.
Whoa!
Lily is very surprised.
I just had a
not
near-death
expecting.
experience, so...
Oh. You're welcome.
Lily is like also very aware of Fahima's just inhale that is like
Gaping mouth. Shocked.
Very different than the other kisses I've done thus far, that's for
Wish
sure.
I could conjure a camera.
Conjure on camera. Don't become a creepoid, Behemoth.
Behemoth becomes the original paparazzi.
Memories.
That's
all of a sudden
my
it's-
turn.
All of a sudden, it's Lover's Cave in here.
Oh.
Lily,
see
it is your turn. I believe you can use a reaction.
In the light of these burning bugs, you look beautiful.
I'll touch your face and I'll be like, "Are you okay?"
Yes, I just something came over me. Sorry.
No, you don't need to apologize. It's all right. It's just, you just want to make sure you're okay.
Love you.
What? Did you say that?
I grab you and kiss you again.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Lily is very confused because this is happening, but also Fahima is whispering behind her, and there's like a sensory overload. Also, she's in a cave where there's a dragon above her.
Fahima has conjured a paintbrush and a paint canvas, and she's furiously trying to.
Hold it a little longer.
All right, Whitebeard's turn. He's going to continue trying to descend. He's going to go to the right and descend down. He'll have to do one athletics check. He's got advantage from Dagron's Stone Wolf, which is good because he rolled a 4, and then he rolled a 16. Okay, so he again moves through this large illusion of a dragon, moves down one platform and a second platform. He lands right next to you, Fahima, and he feels the heat radiating off of you, and he's like, what's going on? And he looks over. Oh, go ahead. What?
They're in love.
I immediately release Lily as soon as Whitebeard comes down and I hear his voice.
Okay, I fall to the ground.
Dad's here.
That's great.
I don't cotton fraternizing among the crew.
Is it different if it's love? Aren't you in love?
No, that's the entire point. No love, invariably turns bad.
So you must not be in love with someone on the ship then? Must be someone
No,
off the ship. Who are they? Where are they? What's their name?
that's none of your business. We have bigger things to deal with. Stay eyes on the prize. Treasure waits. Be a pirate. Be a pirate.
Yes. All right. Back. Head in the game. Right.
All right, so that's Whitebeard's turn. Uggo, you're up.
Yeah, Uggo uses his turn to jump down like he did before.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure we're not having any fall damage. Roll me a athletics check advantage from Fallstar.
26.
Yep. No problem. You arrive landing as Uggo, excuse me, as Whitebeard and Fahima are finishing this conversation. And we will...
Are you glad to see me?
Always. Only one here is a real pirate.
And
Yeah.
we're up to James.
Right. Is there anything else down there that needs a dragon? I'll keep it around. I'm just saying, do I need to move it down at all?
We don't know.
Okay.
We haven't
Maybe
been
you
down any further.
Maybe
Okay.
Stewart to be safe.
Yes, that's what I'll do. And so I'll use my action to like kind of have the dragon do like a little bit of a sweep down the it's kind of flapping and hovering a lot, but that's basically what it's doing. Yes, like right around there to kind of keep below us, keep below Uggo and the others on the bottom platform.
I love the
And then,
dragon escort. You've got this like
Yes.
it's pretty great.
He's our big bad that they don't want to get angry. That's what I'm hoping for
Yeah,
anyway.
exactly.
And it lasts for 10 minutes, which is nice. So I'm going to, and then I'll use my movement to hop down as much as I can.
Okay. Just roll me an athletics check real quick. You have advantage from Subutai the Smithy, countered by Grim Fated.
Ah, thank you both. One moment. Okay.
Has it been a minute, do you think? Has it been that many rounds?
I think we're getting close.
Okay.
I haven't been
I got a
keeping
nat.
track.
I got an awesome.
All right.
Yay!
Yes, yeah. For -1 for a 19.
No, you're awesome. I mean, you leap down and land in a really cool pose and stand up. Uggo, Fahima, Whitebeard all around you, forming a triangle, and you land in the middle of them and stand up. Your dragon flapping and making lots of noise and distraction above you, and you feel pretty awesome right now.
Is everyone all right? Saw Fahima. I saw Meep get attacked. Is she okay?
It's all right. I have her safe. She's an egg. I just have to keep her from being broken.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Sev, you okay?
Yes, I think I'll live. I would like, Fahima, if you don't mind creating the tent once we get down to the bottom, I'd like a bit of a break.
Of course.
And I help
that's a
Lily
great
up
idea.
to her feet.
I dust off myself and try and compose myself.
All right.
I've used my action and everything, but I'm standing at the ledge. Can we get a look further down as I'm sort of like, what else is down here? Okay.
Not much farther at this point. It's only 2 more ledges, and then there's this this water moving at the bottom where you see the waterfalls emptying out, and it all sort of funnels through this smaller opening at the bottom that seems to look more like a passageway carved in the rock.
Excellent. Okay. All right. Yeah.
So Fahima's turn, but we can sort of talk this through. There isn't any immediate threats. So if you all sort of want to make your way down the next couple of ledges, so we don't have to do it.
Do we
Go ahead.
see all those eggs at the bottom?
I don't know if you would see them yet. I think they're kind of tucked back under. You may not be aware of them quite yet.
Sure.
Okay.
Do I see the hand crossbow in James's hand?
Ah, yes. Sorry. Yes, I got this.
No, just hand it over to Lily.
Here, Lily, please.
Oh,
I'll bring the cage
thank you.
down
I
with
thought this
us.
was lost.
The cage,
right.
yes. Yeah, bring the
down with
cage.
us.
Great.
The cage only lasts a minute, right?
Does, yeah.
Yeah, I think by this point, as you guys are planning your next moves down, the cage would be gone.
So does my rage.
Yeah.
Right.
My rage ends.
Do you still have the rope?
Yes, Whitebeard has the rope.
Yeah.
Perhaps if we tie that off or spike it, that way we can climb down easier.
Right.
Do we see where it goes? Is there a path from the bottom platform, or we just see the water?
It seems like the one exit of this massive, deep chasm in the ground. It all leads to this water that's sort of gushing through. And as you remember from last week, perhaps, this entire chamber looks like at one point it was full of water and maybe maybe drained down. The bottom still has lots of water, standing water in it, and the flowing waterfalls gather at the bottom and then push through this. There it is. There's the water. Push through this smaller opening, but the opening doesn't seem to be natural. It seems to be carved into the rock. You can kind of see it from where you're standing now.
Okay.
We need to find a place for us to rest, and
Yes.
I don't know if here or down there or further in is going to be any safer.
These steps are crumbling. I mean, maybe if we can get down to the bottom and see what's next, we can sort of find a transitional spot to bring up Fahima's tiny hut or something.
I mean, once we're in the hut, we're safe, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, nothing. And we can disguise it, I think, too.
Well, it can be an opaque
It's
color,
invisible,
but
right?
it's not invisible,
Right.
no.
But you can make it look
Make it the
like
same
the
color
rock
as the
around
rock?
it. Yeah, that's something. Yes. Okay.
Can you make
that's a
it
good idea.
egg colored?
Colors?
Oh.
Too soon,
gosh.
really.
No, not like me.
Oh,
Like these monsters.
The
Oh, yes.
bug eggs. Yes.
yes.
Sorry, I took a fall.
Who
They
wants to
are-
go?
There are more of those, just so you know. There was one that was sneaking up on us before the dragon came down and appeared. So there are
Great.
more of those creatures here.
I'd like to avoid waking them up or instigating them, so maybe we could just keep going.
For certain, yes. All right, let's keep moving.
Let me go first.
All right,
And
you
I'll go
first.
jump down to the next.
All right. Just roll me an athletics check. You have advantage from Katrin, or Katrin, I guess it would be.
And I-
Katrin, thank you.
And again, like I did on the previous platform, I'll make sure the dragon is basically hovering over
Right.
that platform.
23.
Yep. So you easily leap to the platform below and look out over the ledge. You see there's only one more platform before that
Do
water.
I see any of the eggs yet?
I think you could probably see a couple of eggs peeking out on the left there.
There's eggs down here.
How far down?
20 feet, maybe 30.
So my idea is that we either burn the whole place out, burn it clean, and then we can camp down there, or, unfortunately, we'll have to deal with these creatures once we come out of the tent.
Yes. Well, Fahima, if it's any consolation, we did see plenty of eggs on our way down. So even if we do have to kind of clear a certain area, there are more of these. Okay.
Well, we could just make the tent and then take the eggs and eat them.
I don't want to do that personally.
Why?
It seems that
You're not hungry?
These eggs have been fertilized, so
Ooh.
I don't think
More protein.
No. Anyway,
I'm not
moving
sure
on.
if that's how fertilization works.
I'm in favor of the burn 'em all approach, personally.
Yes, I think it would be
Such a
wise
waste
for
of good
us
food.
to clean it out.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
You never eat a bug before?
Oh, I have. Certainly.
Oh, okay. See there.
All right. Everyone, keep moving. Come on.
I'll
All right, so
climb down next.
everybody roll me just an athletics check. See if you have advantage from the Carson, countered by Fail Waffle via Grim-Fated. Fahima, you have advantage from the Raven Queen. James, you have advantage from Lily Dumblestuck Fan. And Lily, you have advantage from Tuo Mask.
Ugo will attempt to help anyone who seems like they're going to fail. So,
Well, we all have advantage no matter what because of the rope. So
Yeah.
even if you got advantage canceled, you still have advantage from the rope.
Oh, I mean, Ugo didn't use the rope, so I thought.
Yes.
no, I
Well,
didn't
he's
use
the only
rope.
one that jumped down. I
Yeah.
would highly advise everyone else to climb down.
Fair
Is
enough.
it dexterity?
No, it's
Athletics.
it is a dexterity check. It's no, it'd be strength, athletics. Yes.
Athletics? Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got a dirty 20.
I got
Nice.
a 1 and a 2 on my advantage.
Oh, no.
All right, so James, you'll
Waiting
take
for that.
Ow!
you'll take 1d6 of fall damage. You can roll that.
Ouch! Oh God, I got a 6.
So as as James steps over, holding the rope, your foot slips off the side and your hands go free, and you fall back, landing roughly on the platform below. You look down, and it could have been much worse. You could have tumbled even farther.
Now that's 3 people you had fall down.
Yes, it serves me right, I guess. Concentration for the dragon. Here I go. I do. Warcaster gives me auto advantage.
Okay.
Yes. Oh! Missed through a die. Yeah. That's 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
thank
barely.
goodness. Thank goodness. Okay. All right.
All right. So the dragon remains. Everybody else okay on their rolls?
I only got an 11. Is that still good enough?
Yeah, you're
to-
fine.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Everybody else makes it down to that platform. There's only one more platform, and even your passive perception at this point, from this vantage point, can see that there are a number of eggs tucked under the little crevice of rock there, tucked in the
You ready? I'm going to go down now.
beams.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait.
What?
Fahima. He's going to kill them anyways. Do you mind burning them out?
I can do it.
I know you
I can smash them.
but you'll probably,
Don't make her kill them.
You'll probably take damage in the meantime.
At least I won't. It's fine. I won't die and it won't hurt nobody. Okay? It's fine.
I can blast them from here as well.
Oh yes, we'll talk about the various ways we can destroy these eggs.
Well, would you
why
prefer
why don't we let Fahima say what she would prefer to do?
That makes sense.
I want to do whatever is the most merciful way of killing them.
Well, wouldn't you say just the fastest is the best then, right?
Right.
So your fire is very hot, and they're not even, they presumably don't have feelings yet, so that might be the most humane.
I don't know. If I had to choose between dying in a fire and having my head crushed, I would prefer head crushed. Just my opinion.
I just want to say I love this shot from the map room. How cool is it? The waterfall landing in the pool at the bottom, the beautiful pink light illuminating the plants, the eggs tucked away into the rock. It's just gorgeous. Good work, map room. Thank you.
Amazing. I'll go. Let's leave the ones to the far right over there. I will keep the dragon in wide, clear view, so it's the first thing they see. They don't want to attack anything else. And let's make sure the rest.
But we'll have to deal with them once the tent goes away. Unless there's another platform we can get to, the eggs must go. I'm sorry.
Well, let's at least. I know you might be right, but you might be right. But let's look. Let's see what there is to see down there, and then yes, and if there is a tunnel or something that we can move forward to.
I'm not letting Uggo go down by himself.
Yes.
I think
Agreed.
the issue is, James, and I know you've been up there, is that once these come out, there are quite a bit of trouble, and we're not all at full health at this point.
Agreed.
Right. How about this? I'll cast Dragon's Breath on you, and you can use cold. Freeze him out.
Oh, okay.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll walk up to him and
Goatee.
pat my cloak where Meep is, and then touch him and cast Dragon's Breath.
And
15-foot cone, yeah.
Uggo, yes, you feel this power infuse into you. It goes into your lungs, into your very breath itself, into your throat. You feel a chill, and you open your mouth, and that cold aspiration comes out. That cold breath that you can see on a cold day, even though it is not nearly that cold in here. You realize that you have the power to expel a massive amount of frozen ice from your mouth.
Feem, I love you. And he climbs down the rope.
And I'm right behind him.
All right, the two of you climb down the rope and stand there. You see the eggs sort of jostling and pulsating slightly. And Uggo, I'm assuming you just start going?
Yeah. Yep.
Start breathing.
All right.
Cold on all these
You
eggs.
take big inhales of breath, and this incredible cone of ice and sleet comes pouring out of your lungs, through your throat, across your lips, and on top of the eggs. You see them freeze in place, ice crystals appearing on the edge of them.
Wow.
You hear the crackle of the ice as it forms, as it hardens the eggs, as if flash freezing them. And you see you pour across your head in a big wide tilt, a swath of cold air casting across this entire large ring of eggs, all clumped on one another, all freezing, hardening in place.
Oh, brain freeze! Brain freeze! Oh! Oh, that's very fun, but that hurt.
I put my arm around Fahima's shoulder and say, this place will be fine. This ecosystem, they'll be fine. Okay. Well done.
Also, Fahima, you saw that they don't have exactly a supportive mother.
That's true. They would be growing up as orphans.
Yeah.
Jeff, how big are these eggs?
How big are they?
Yeah.
They're pretty big. I mean, they're think the movie Aliens. Really,
Okay.
I mean, not that they're alien, but they are that kind of. They're
One of the
pretty big.
smallest of the frozen ones I can find. I'm just gonna break it off and put it in my pack.
I mean, the smallest one of these is probably like a large vase. It's not a small thing at all. That you can huck it, and put it in your pack.
Jeff, I'm gonna take the frozen eggs and throw them into the water so they're not on the ledge.
All right. As you reach out and touch them, your skin actually burns from the cold. It immediately it feels like touching like dry ice. That feeling
Sure.
of licking a flagpole or whatever. Your fur sticks to the side, and as you toss them over, you hear them splash and then rush through the opening as the water all sort of is funneled that direction.
Do you see anything else down there? Any other tunnel or cavern? Anything? Any way out?
I haven't looked yet, but I will as soon as I remove these. I love the map room.
I know. Amanda's doing amazing.
And clear the rest of the way. But you can
come
come down.
And I'll assist him once I grab the one I want, and I'll help him throw the other.
Yeah,
one.
all of you, as you pick these up, you feel how cold and hard they are. They're heavy now, as they seem to have been frozen all the way through, frozen solid. And you toss them over. The rest of you hear these big splashes, even over the sound of the rushing waterfall. You hear these big kerplops and splashes as these large eggs get dumped over the side into the water.
You did keep a couple, right?
Yeah, I know. Elgo kept one. I know that.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll start climbing down the rope then.
Take your time.
Yes.
Be careful. Don't fall.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, all of you get down the rope. Whitebeard follows as well and gets to the bottom just as the last egg gets dumped into this rushing water. And he says,
"Looks like that's the only passageway forward."
The water?
Looks to me like that used to be a walkway of some kind, no?
Is it completely underwater?
Not at all. No, it's a opening, and it up about a third of the way with this water rushing through.
Oh,
Where's the opening? I'm sorry.
So it would be behind where the camera is right now. The camera room, the map room is going to show us.
Oh, nice. Okay.
There's this hole right there on the right-hand side of the screen now. So you basically the water is moving through there, but there is this tunnel there, and it actually somebody roll me a perception check. Who's got keen eye?
I got.
Go ahead, Civ.
I got a plus
Right.
5.
Civ, you have advantage from Artisan 333, but is countered by Fail Waffle via Grim Fated.
15.
Yeah, so you can see that this section here really does seem like it was crafted. It seems like it's a tunnel, very conspicuously a tunnel leading into another chamber or down a long hallway, and it certainly seems to have been built as such. It is not a natural occurring throughway.
Right. Everything else appears somewhat natural, but this is carved.
Correct.
Got it.
Wow.
Yes, that was certainly built by someone. It's not.
Great shot, map room.
Yeah.
Excellent stuff.
Yeah. It's not natural. But we're going to rest here anyways, right?
I think we should, yeah. And Fahima, I think ritual casting a spell down there in standing water is probably not going to be the thing to do. So here seems
you'll
like the
get all
spot.
pruny.
Right.
So here, up on the sledge, as long as we think it won't crumble underneath us?
I don't think so. It feels do bouncing. It feels okay.
James, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
But
can you do a quick jump?
Not the way to test.
Yeah,
me.
sure.
No.
I'll go jumps and tries to slam down on the rock as hard as possible.
I feel like that's not the way we move forward with this.
Sorry.
Is that not a good way to test how strong something is?
Well, it didn't crumble, so.
If
Not
it
with all of us
crumbles,
standing
then you
here,
fall.
no.
Yeah, but the water's just right there. It would have been fine.
That's
Okay.
Maybe
Alright,
we
so
should just camp closer to the interior.
Yes.
So Fahima will start to ritual cast Leoman's tiny hut.
All right, so Fahima sits down and starts conjuring, muttering under her breath, doing her physical movements with her hands, and you see the tendrils of this dome start rising from a circle around her and forming over the top as the time ticks by. The rest of you standing inside its circumference as it forms a shelter over the top of your head.
How
As I feel-
many people can go into the tiny hut?
10.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
we're all
Great.
As I feel the 10 minutes running out on major image, I will. All right, everyone, say goodbye, and bye, buddy. Thanks for the help.
Bye.
And to the dragon, and then I will send it as far up as I can out of my range, like it's flying out of the tunnel in case any creatures were still watching us.
Okay, into the
yes.
sunset. Yeah.
Yes, basically. Yes, and then with a mighty roar, it will fly up and out.
And as it
dissipate.
goes through that last circle where the well that led you in here, you see it disintegrate into nothingness.
That's the third dragon I've seen, and I can tell you, it looks like a dragon. That was really incredible.
It was
Thank
really
you.
Really good spell.
I mean, well, thank you. Yes, it's
Maybe next time, just warn us before you cast it.
Would you like a
sorry,
tell, like a symbol on it that's like, hello, I'm fake?
You know,
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Trademark of sorts?
Civ and Ugo, I'm so sorry. I panicked. I saw Civ. I thought you were about to die. I'm sorry.
He almost did.
Yes.
I know.
you know,
I know.
I think in general we learned a lot about communication in this hole that we're in.
Oh yeah,
Right.
definitely.
And
Also, you told me not to worry about heights because flight is safe, and then I was not safe.
I think
Correct.
I think for the rest of this time, we all agree that we're not going to split up the party. We're all going to stay very close to one another unless we agree that it's all right for someone to scout ahead
Very,
or something.
very close to your captain.
Yes.
I
And
thought
as
we
much
had
as
agreed
can-
about this a couple of times now.
Yes, we did.
Sometimes
Captain,
creatures get in the way.
question
Yeah.
for you, Whitebeard. What are your crew going to do once they get to the city and they realize that we're nowhere to be found? Are they just going to wait up there for us?
Well, we sent Eddie back with word of.
Yes.
So hopefully they'll wait. They're loyal, I believe, even in the short time we've been together. So we should make this quick. Is the plan to spend the night here or spend 8 hours resting in this spot?
Yes, I
What
think
a-
so.
Do we think it's a long rest? Yeah, I think
it feels like if we're gonna rest, we might as well be all in, right?
that's a good idea.
Right. The
Well, then
reason
let's
why
get some shut-eye and get this done. I want to see where that treasure is. I've got a feeling that dragon never got to it.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna
Anybody
write.
want some of this egg?
No,
Oh, it's very runny.
I would like to examine it.
no, thank you.
Oh, can you examine it after I eat it or before?
I mean, honestly, probably before and then after.
Well,
Oh, I'm going to just say
Here,
before.
you can have it.
The thing
It's
is,
for
Saying
you.
as a scientist.
Yeah, it's for you.
okay, Jeff. I'd like to do an investigation check on this egg and.
All right, you have
get all the juicy
advantage.
details.
You have advantage from the Raven Queen.
Thank you, the Raven Queen. Oh no. Okay, that's good. 17 plus 8.
All right, you start looking over this egg, and you study it. You look at its markings. You rotate it in your hand. You listen to, you listen to it. You tap it, and it starts to become clear. Thinking about the creatures that attacked you and that you saw up close that were trapped in your cage. You start to be fairly confident that this is a Kruthic.
Kruthic.
Anybody know what a Kruthic is? Anybody?
No.
Anybody? An old
No,
D&D,
man.
old D&D creature.
Nice.
But yeah, these are creatures that basically what you saw. They have colonies. They live in deep underground, and they attack and are pretty fierce in defense of their eggs, of their colony, and pretty vicious, in fact.
Jeff, I'd like to write a note to Eddie and attach it to a rock, or if I have something on my person, because I'm a sellsword, I don't know what I have on my person, but something that might stick out more than a rock.
Okay.
And have Mr. Whispers fly up to where the opening of the well was and drop the note at the edge.
Okay. No problem. You can have things can exit and enter the hut at will, right, Fahima?
Not
Yes.
her. but yeah.
Right.
All of those who were inside of the dome when I cast it.
Right.
Great.
What time of day is it? When we entered, what time of day was it?
I think it was fairly early, right? You guys came
I feel like
early
we
in
got
the day.
to the city around like midday or late morning, and then so I mean it would probably be like mid-afternoon now or something like that, if anything.
Yeah.
Because Meep will hatch at the next sunrise.
Right.
So
So
I'm
after
kind of-
this long rest, I think that would happen.
Okay.
Pretty close.
And I did have a force of good when we were at our table that said Fahima, that said Meep could come back at her previous age.
That's really too bad you guys don't have the amulet right now.
I knew that was coming.
Cold.
Okay, we're gonna have to kill Meep again when we get back. So she can come back.
Got it. No problem.
Darn. Okay. All right.
All right. So before we go down to bed, we're gonna sleep, and then we're gonna get up, and we're all gonna stay together. That's
Yes.
the plan, right?
Yes.
We're gonna
Unless we
work
all
together.
agree that it's all right to send somebody ahead to scout. Yes, we are all going to stay together.
All right.
Yes.
You see Whitebeard, take off his jacket, his large sort of pirate pea coat, and roll it up and hit it a couple of times. Just put his head down on it, take his hat, his pirate three-corner hat off his head, and put it over the side of his face to block out the light. And he goes,
All right. Keep it down. Whitebeard's sleeping.
Got it.
I'm going to take out a jug of water and try to get the blood out of my fur.
you see Civ start rubbing furiously on his fur in various places. Anybody else need to do anything before we go to bed?
I feel like, well, I don't know if you'll let me count this, but as while Fahima was conjuring the tiny hut and we were all talking, I'd like to have that count as inspiring leader having happened.
Sure.
Too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So then everyone gets an additional 12 hit
Wow.
points, temporary hit points.
Wow.
When we come out of the tent, we still have those?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Amazing.
Long rest.
So you see Lily start humming a tune, even as Whitebeard chastises you and tells you to keep it down. The tune sort of is rousing. It feels inspirational, and you get this sense of being more capable, more that you have more fortitude than you had before, and all of you go to sleep.
Not before making eye contact with Lily. Just eye contact.
And show her the painting that you made. All right, so
It's one of those like flip books where it like goes through the whole process of what happened.
It's animated.
all right, so
I'll remember this forever.
all of you sleep. This is not a large shelter. This is small. It's like being in a largish tent. So when one person wakes, everybody basically wakes. And there was this sense of some movement around you in the night. It was not something that felt completely secure. At a certain point, there seemed to be some skittering that happened across and around. Perhaps some creatures looking to see if eggs were still there and finding none. So, but no event during the night of note, and you all wake and feel rested and refreshed, healed, and your spell slots recovered.
Shortly after waking up, James would like to start ritual casting Meld into Stone.
Okay.
It's a spell I don't use very often. Yes, and so that's going to take 11 or 10 minutes, and then it lasts for 8 hours. So
Okay.
no
I remember
concentration.
you can enter stone, but then you have to exit at the same point you entered.
That's correct. I can use my movement to literally walk into a wall of stone.
Yeah. I want to thank some folks that have been giving us love. Red Robin, Saber Gamer, Mickey Wolf 19, The Bingle Banshee, Charunga, Scoundrel Lovejoy, The Bingle Banshee again, Mavith, and J-Lo Fett. Thank you all for supporting us and for showing us some love. We appreciate it. The current total, it's just a force of good night. 87% to 13%.
Wow.
Just dominant for force of good right now.
Take it.
Amazing.
All right, so Whitebeard stands up in the morning, looks down over the side, and he goes,
I'm thinking we jump in.
Do we know how deep it is?
he picks up a rock and throws it over the side, and you hear it kerplunk.
That seems deep enough to me.
Okay.
Can we see into the water? Like, is there any movement or creatures or anything like that?
You can roll me a perception check. This is not crystal clear blue water by any stretch of the imagination. You have advantage from fat loot, countered by fail waffle via grim-plated.
But it looks clear blue in the map room.
That's because map room can't help but be beautiful.
Woof.
Right.
I got a 10, so I don't see much.
Yeah, no, you definitely can't tell if there is anything in it, but it certainly does seem to be fairly deep.
I'm feeling inspired, and I'll go cannonballs into the water.
Okay.
All right, he leaps in, and Whitebeard does the same, splashing into the water. The two of you, whoa, yeah, whoa, the two of you cannonball in. Oh man, God, I love you, map room. The two of you cannonball into the chasm, and this is a moving waterway, water pouring from these massive underground waterfalls that is collected at the base of the cavern. It flows at a pretty rapid rate through this space, and as soon as you hit the water, you start moving, and the water is splashing. It's basically a flume. It is a flume that you are riding, a big water slide that you have just jumped into, and you start moving, and immediately you're—
Come on down to water slide!
Careful!
Immediately it's like whoom, right in through this tunnel, and this giant cavern that you are into, this huge ceiling that went up hundreds and hundreds of feet with these rock outcroppings and waterfalls. Now, whoom, you are in a tunnel. This tunnel is much tighter, and there's water flowing all around you. It carries you at high speed down this flume, and you rocket rushing down. Roll me a dexterity check. You have advantage from Katrin. I'm going to roll in for Whitebeard as well. You rolled well.
Thank you again, Katrin. 18.
18. All right, so you're moving, and these rocks are going on either side of you. It's relatively smooth. The water has worn this away, and in fact, you notice that it really does seem to have been carved like a pathway. It seems that if this water was drained completely, you could imagine walking down it, but the water is high enough that you can't touch the bottom, and you're keeping your head above. Your dexterity save means that you're able to sort of do this fairly deftly. You're keeping your head up, you got your legs pointed forward, and you are going like a water slide, and you arrive, go around a corner and turn, and it's quite a distance, and then all of a sudden you arrive into a much larger chamber. There is standing water here. This flume, this waterway, this water slide empties out into standing water pools like an underground lake. And you arrive coughing and sputtering. You hear Whitebeard behind you. And all around you is the chamber is alight with bioluminescent plants and flickering fireflies. The light and the water create this shimmering reflection on all of the walls and the ceiling above you. And your voices and the sound of the water echo in this beautiful chamber with these plants and this shimmering light that reflects all around you.
Bubba goes, Echo! Echo!
Echo! Echo!
Wow. Okay, that looked like it went all right. Here I go.
Hey, you all, remember when we said we were going to stick together?
I
just want to throw that reminder out there. No judgment, but we definitely immediately did not do that.
Shall the four of us hold hands then?
That's actually a great idea.
yes,
and I take
I
my
think
rope
so.
and I'm gonna wrap it around the waist of each person. So
Good
that we're
idea.
all
Good
tied
idea.
together.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
so I guess if
Yes,
one of us
okay.
drowns, we all drown.
All right, so everybody roll a dexterity check. Fahima, you have advantage from Cosmic Lord 09. James, you have advantage from Lily Dumblestuck Fan. Civ, you have advantage from Fire Flute, countered by Fail Waffle. It says something I'm not going to repeat, frankly. And Fail Waffle, I'm disappointed in you. And Lily, you have advantage from 2-0 Mask.
Okay, thank you.
That's an awesome.
All right. Anybody else with below a 10?
I got a 12.
I got a dirty 20.
All right. So, James, you're the first to go in, and you're navigating this. You feel the tug on the rope behind you, but you're kind of pulling everybody, maneuvering your feet out in front, crossed one leg over another, perfect form. The water streaming. You see these slick walls moving by you at this brisk pace, and you kind of move. It's quite exhilarating, actually. This ceiling above you of this tunnel, this carved cave that you're shooting down at very high speed, and you come out again up onto your feet, boom, in this standing pool of water, and you see Uggo and Whitebeard standing there waiting, the lights shimmering, the bioluminescence of the standing water shimmering, reflecting off the rock all around you in this beautiful chamber.
And you see more eggs? Any more eggs? Anything else like that?
You do not see any eggs, but up ahead of you, you see another opening. Each of you arrive here, all four of you, tied to the rope and having a similar experience moving through that flume. And as you all are soaking wet, standing there looking in this beautiful sort of Disney-like cavern, you look ahead of you and you see another opening. It is ringed with coral, blues and pinks and yellows, but also some of it gray and white, dying, cracked. And above the entrance of this portal, this opening, are words. Do any of you speak Primordial or Aquan?
I can read everything.
You know I do.
I thought you might, Fahima. So, Fahima and James, you immediately see that there are words sort of spelled out in this coral formation above this archway, above this opening, this cave entrance. And in Aquan, the dialect of Primordial associated with water, it says House of Uchalas. Or actually, more accurately, it would be translated to shoal or pod or habitat of Uchalas.
Huh. This is good.
What?
This Uchalas. That's what that says, yes?
Sure.
We're in the right place.
House of Uchalas.
House of Uchalas, or the translation's fuzzy. It might be cove or shoal,
Pod?
something. A pod, yes, aquatic.
Okay, well, generally residents of Uchalas is what we're getting.
Yes, that seems to be the point. Is there a door, or it's just an open?
It's just an open passageway that seems to have very shallow water on it, but it seems to be a clear walkway forward.
Okay.
I'm undoing the rope unless somebody tells me otherwise.
Are Uggo and Whitebeard here?
Yeah, everybody's here.
Okay, hey everyone, quick team meeting. I just want to reiterate I know we did a long rest. We said we're going to stick together and then we all took a nap and maybe had some dreams and forgot, but let's for real try and stick together.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah, so why didn't you jump in when the captain said jump in?
Because we didn't agree on it together.
You don't have to agree when the captain says it.
Okay. That's your opinion, Whitebeard, but I'm just saying for the sake of this, sometimes we might not all agree so quickly. So it's good to just check in with everyone as a courtesy.
Makes sense. Fahima, I know it's hard to tell down here. Has sunrise happened yet?
So Jeff, you said that after the hutch, you
Yeah.
hatch,
If you
right?
guys slept 8 hours, I'll say that sunrise either was immediately after you woke up or shortly thereafter.
Okay. So Fahima looks down and her cloak is starting to kind of bulge out, and Meep is hatching once again, and out pops a tiny little baby bird just like we found in the lodestar. Hi. Hi. Say hi to everyone. Oh, I forgot how cute you are. I forgot how cute baby Meep is. Look at her. Everyone look at her.
Does she remember? Does she remember? Does she have a memory?
She looks
does.
mildly annoyed.
She does, but she retains all of her memories. I'm sorry, all right? I'm sorry.
Happy birthday,
looks up at
Meep.
her. She looks up at her wings and her small size, and she looks at you, Fahim, and she goes, Meep.
I'm sorry, all right? What? Okay, don't give me that look. Do you want to fly out around and put yourself in danger's way and have fun? Or do you want to stay inside my cloak? That's what I thought. All right?
And now, Meep, you get a birthday and a rebirthday.
Ah,
Yeah.
it's a great way of looking at it.
Here, have a treat for your birthday. I'll just give her a little bit of food.
Are we gonna play with our pets, or are we gonna move?
Well, there might not be light in that next adjoining room, so I think it might be smart for us to collect some of these iridescent plants for yourself and James.
It's a nice idea.
An unusually clever idea from you.
And Whitebeard leans down and plucks some of these plants that are glowing and wraps them around his wrists and puts some in his hat and kind of straps them to his body as much as possible. And now he's kind of this glowing. It looks like he's got glow sticks on Halloween. He's like somebody dressed up like a pirate on Halloween and put glow sticks on their costume. That's basically what
the
you
look
get.
suits you, sir. You look fantastic.
See,
I
Whitebeard,
turned to
this is a
James.
great example. It's much harder to lose Whitebeard now because we always know where he is because he has this glow to him.
That's a good point.
I turn to James and go, "Don't do that. Put them in a sack."
Right. Good idea. So yes, I will take a few and put them in my bag. Okay, shall we? This
Yes.
is what we've been waiting for.
Hold on. Are we all ready to go now? Is everybody ready to go?
Yes, I
Tibbs, are you ready?
Are you being patronizing?
Yes, I am.
Oh, good
You know the
job.
definition of patronizing, so that's impressive in itself.
Well, it's been done to me a lot, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right.
Well, team.
Let's go. Let's walk on in. Hopefully, we'll be welcomed.
All right.
So
let's
you
assume we won't be.
can you give me a marching order, please?
I'll
We'll go first, unless
I'll go
anyone
near
else
it.
pushes in front of me.
I'll go near the front. I'll go behind Uggo.
All right. And then I think Whitebeard would probably be near Uggo as well.
Uggo looks at Civ. Civ, are we going to stealth and check things out first, or are we just walking together?
Yes, I would assume that they would trap this area if they're trying to protect treasure. So I would take your time, and yes, I would be quiet.
Okay.
I don't know if we've
yes,
gotten to
it
the
will.
vault yet, though. This feels like the home, as it literally says, the home of Uchalas. So, but I see your point. Okay.
I mean, if I wanted to keep intruders out, I would at least post guards.
Can you check?
Well, isn't that what we just went through?
Yeah, I would
No,
agree.
I think those creatures were actually naturally occurring. I don't think they were put there.
I don't know about
They
that.
did-
But didn't
they
it?
didn't
Wasn't there
naturally.
water in that cave?
Yes, once upon a time, which is why
Wasn't
I'm
that be a
thinking,
natural trap then?
Okay.
for things that can't breathe water. Yes.
Yeah.
I think maybe the best thing to do is proceed forward like there are going to be more guards.
Oh yeah.
Because
Exactly.
then, if there's not, happy surprise, it's easier. But if there are, we're on guard and we're
Okay.
prepared.
And let's
Right?
not attack if they are guards. Let's not attack first. Let's not go straight to Plan C.
Visibility?
Okay.
Anyone?
Okay.
Visibility? You?
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'll take it.
Cast invisibility on them both.
All right.
So that'll
So-
be a 3rd level spell.
Uggo and Civ vanish from your view. Whitebeard turns and goes, "Well, Uggo."
He's right
He
there.
can probably see the water rippling on my legs.
Yeah,
Right?
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
He looks down.
I'm right here, boss.
More magic. Oh, goody.
All right, let's keep moving.
Abjuration. It's always necessary.
Yeah, you're an abjuration in my side.
Whitebeard, I understand we frustrate you, but in order to get through this, all of us in one piece, it would be best if you worked with us, not against us.
Yeah, same goes for you.
Exactly.
Respect your captain.
Oh, I agree. I'm trying to respect you, but I'm just letting you know where we're coming from.
Right.
So,
Okay.
we're
Fair?
moving forward.
Yes.
The two invisible folks, I'm assuming, are first.
Actually, I'm going to take the rear in case we get attacked from behind.
Okay.
And I'll walk behind invisible Uggo.
So you see, James, you see this sloshing water, this ankle-deep water sloshing ahead of you as these invisible feet and legs move through the water, all of you sloshing in this ankle-deep water down this corridor. And as you move through deeper past that archway that had the signage over it, had the coral, this beautiful coral, but some of it sort of decayed and dying. You move into a very different looking kind of passageway. It looks almost like this underwater world that has been drained. It reminds you very much of the way the sea looked in the deep reef when you were there. The rock all around you in this beautiful tunnel really is dotted and covered in coral.
Some
It
of that
lines
coral. Sorry, go ahead.
it lines the walls and ceiling, forming this complex tapestry of interconnected geometry, porous surfaces, jutting tubes, sea anemones and shells, but all of it looks dry, broken, dying.
Something's wrong.
It's easy for you to imagine. You can imagine how beautiful this would have been when life was vibrant and alive all around you, as when this was in its, when all of this coral was living, but it isn't. It's chalky and white and gray, brittle and hollow.
Would you allow us a nature check to try to discern how long it's been that dry? I mean, James probably doesn't know much about coral, but
Sure.
Lily
Roll me a nature
good
check. You
point.
have advantage from Gorbin Played.
cool.
Lily, if you want to do it, you have advantage from Cold Candor.
Not great. 11. Thank you, Corbin. Happy birthday.
Jeff, I'm not really paying too much.
I also got 11.
I'm not paying too much attention to the coral, but I would like to search to see if there's any other trauma, like if anything's been damaged or scraped or signs of a struggle or combat or anything like that.
Roll me a perception check. You also, can be looking for signs that you're being followed or there are creatures tailing you in any way.
For sure.
You have advantage from Uncle CW, countered by Lily Dumblestuck Fan.
Okay.
Jeff, I'd be looking for tracks, but we're in water. So.
Exactly. Yeah. So, what?
9. Nothing.
9. Okay, so Lily and James, you're mystified by this. It really looks. It's hard to place how long this has been like this, but Lily, of course, you know that this is not a healthy ecosystem that you're looking at. It looks, I said, dry and brittle and chalky. You can imagine what it would have been like. It would have been this gorgeous walk through this vibrant undersea cavern, but now it has a much different feel to it, much different
like a
tenor.
dull coral reef kind of.
Yeah, almost like a sort of a dry, dying coral reef. Yeah.
Could this have been recent? I don't know. I mean, maybe this was caused by what happened up there, but this seems bigger than that.
Would I be able to tell, based on my knowledge, Jeff, from like a coral reef that I know, how long this deterioration has been taking place for?
Well, I mean, that was what your nature check was going to find out. With an 11, I would say that you are certainly aware that over time, if abandoned or neglected or the sea life moves on, or there's some pollutant or some sort of thing that gets in the way of a coral reef. It certainly can die off. It certainly can start to look like this. It's not something unfamiliar to you, but it's hard for you to judge why this has happened here and how long it's been like this, or how long it took for it to get like this.
Okay.
Is it maybe that there's no water in here?
I think that's part of it, yes. It might be something more, but I don't know.
But it feels like, I guess to me, that something happened not natural. I mean, I guess I'm guessing at this point, but the only reason why this would deteriorate, this was clearly a very happy ecosystem at one point.
Right.
As if something came in here and disrupted it.
I guess I'm glad it got mildly disrupted so that we can actually walk through here. I mean, good for us, bad for it, but
Is there any other... Go ahead, Jared.
Shouldn't it be salt water if it's coral?
It should be.
So
right?
this isn't fresh. This isn't like an underground well. This is actually going to reach out to the sea if it's...
I don't think it ever served the purpose as a well for the town, but I'll try it. I mean, does it taste briny and like seawater?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes.
Is there anywhere else to go from here?
Straight forward.
Keep going.
So as you move sloshing through the water, Uggo out ahead, you definitely see the end of this tight corridor that opens up into a much larger section.
Keep your eyes out. We're coming to a bigger cavern.
Is the iridescence continuing all throughout? So it's still a little lit?
Not nearly as much as that first pool chamber. It is, like I said, it's deader in here. There's not a lot of life. It is the remnants of former coral life. There's still some color here and there, but most of it is grayed and drab.
I'll make like Whitebeard. I'll make like Whitebeard and wrap some of the iridescent like seaweed or something, or like around my left wrist or something. Yeah.
Casting it forward, sure.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm being paranoid, but is this place gonna fill with water?
Perhaps
that would-
it could. Also, I think
it's a very big place, though. I don't know. Sorry.
in general, I think being paranoid is better.
But it does seem unlikely since it's been dry for at least a while now.
Well, we would have noticed if the tide would raise or lower the water level when we were having our rest.
Yes.
True.
Right,
However,
Jeff? We would have seen the water
Absolutely,
level.
you did not. You absolutely did not.
However, I will say whatever happened in here isn't necessarily natural.
Right.
True.
Right.
Is it maybe low tide?
I think that wouldn't
No
explain
evidence
everything,
of
though.
tides.
Yeah, you guys spent 8 hours and a full night in that chamber, and you didn't see any tidal change.
Regardless, let's move fast. Let's not tempt fate in case there is anything like that. So come on.
All right, so Uggo, you are invisible, and you approach this opening. Everybody's going at the same rate, at the same pace. I just want to be clear what we're doing here.
Well, I thought
Yeah.
the invisibility was because Civ and Uggo were gonna kind of be in the forward checking for traps.
So
Yeah, I mean, that's
Uggo,
why I said out loud that everybody's keep an eye out. I'm coming to a bigger
So I just want to make so Uggo, you're going to go through this passageway first before anybody else. Okay.
Yep.
So Uggo, as you move through and you walk out invisible, trying to slosh water as little as possible, you walk into this much wider cavern. It's actually quite large. It's a big living space with multiple levels, coral and seaweed on every surface, inlets and concavities high up on the walls that could easily be habitation space for creatures. It seems clear that if this chamber were full of water, swimming things could make their way between sections by swimming across the wide central area and move into these inlets. It's like an enormous aquarium. But again, everything looks in disrepair. Bits of color remain, but most of it is drab and drained of life. And there's still standing water at your feet. And as you look around this large chamber with coral everywhere, all of it sort of brittle and frail looking, this high, these inlets on multiple levels all around you. Your gaze inevitably comes to the center of the room, where you see, in a thin pool of water, 2 high-backed chairs adorned with shells that are cracked and broken. And sitting in those chairs are 2 figures wearing crowns of coral. And that's where we end tonight.
Ah!
Alive figures?
I Eldritch Blast. No, I'm just kidding.
We will find out more next week as we have arrived at the house of Uchalas, at the habitat of Uchalas.
Oh,
Very fun episode tonight, folks. Well
So
done.
good.
So much fun. You guys were great. I want to thank some of the folks giving us love in that last section. Haldara.
Love.
Thank you. Goofus McDorkle. Snakerdoodle. Snakerdoodle and Dukas McDorkle. Dyson Capes, J-Lo Fett, Jinlei, D-Run Discord, Kai Buck, and so many others. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's not even close this week. Team Force of Good, 88%.
wow.
Force of Evil, 12%.
Wow.
Just a massive whooping that happened. I don't know
Right.
what happened. Team Force of
It's a
Evil.
statement.
Team Force of Evil didn't even show up today, but that's all right. They've been dominating the last few weeks. Thank you all for your support. Thank you all for showing us love throughout the show. Thanks for being here and watching. Even if you're at home, not watching us live, watching us on YouTube or listening to us as a podcast, we appreciate you. We're grateful. We are going to be back next week, and we'll see what's next for our intrepid team of adventurers. Until then, humankind, be bold.
Yes! Woohoo! Perfecto mundo. Hey, Milo. Real quick. Ah! Wait! The week. T. Oh, howla. Howly, Riza. Oh, that was funny. Well played, my good man. Real well played. Oh, it's like having your tentacles slammed in the door. Ooh. Good gosh. I wanted to say something else, but there's children watching. Okay. I think I vomited a bit in my mouth. All right, listen, Reza. That's it. Everyone else, please. None of that, okay? Appreciate it. Next week, by all means, throw them down. Go for it. I'm in. All right. To all of you who played along and interacted with us throughout the evening, our humble thanks, except for a few moments here and there. And thank you to everyone that shared our adventure. And be sure to join us live next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, right here at caffeine.tv/The Dungeon Run, as The Dungeon Run continues. Oh no, Doc Lannister, don't apologize. Don't worry, I'm gonna get my kicks next week when little Milo gets to feel the pain. You excited, little Milo? All right. No spitting. Stop it. Go back. You can continue to play your little train set. Okay. And also, by the way, click the star to follow the channel to get the live notifications. It's super cool. Until next week, may the dice roll in your favor.
It started as a simple dungeon run. As a
simple dungeon run.
Let the dice
In a world where magic exists, anything is possible.
Ah, life is pain. Ah, life is pain. Pain, 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 pain.
Meep, I love you. Come back to me. Meep. 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 Meep.
We're falling through space. No plan.
The island of Bingle is safe once again. You may return to your homes. And if there are any that are willing, help them rebuild.
Humankind. Be both.